Happy Sunday to all of you, my amazing viewers, subscribers, fans, friends, mods, heroes, members, as well as all you cowgirls, cowboys, cowpokes out there. Today, we're playing Red Dead Online Poker on the Xbox. Belfast, Amy, Tommy Angelo Jr., howdy. How are y'all doing today? Tommy says the intro song reminds me of Ramones. I guess, kind of, sort of. It's just from the YouTube audio library, so it's copyright-free music. I've been using it forever. But yeah, as promised about, 2 months ago, the next poker stream is going to be on Xbox. I might have mentioned it 2 months ago. So I'm keeping my word. We're playing poker, Red Dead Online, on the Xbox. And I had to update Red Dead Redemption 2. Because that's been, a quick minute since I last played Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online on Xbox. But we're good to go. And Memes, howdy Memes. How's it going? Hope you're doing well today. I don't know who's joining me. I mean, Belfast, you're welcome to join if you want to play some poker on Xbox, if you still have Red Dead Redemption 2 on your Xbox. Yuji's idea, I mean, this was Yuji's suggestion yesterday. I don't know if that means Yuji's going to join me today or if he's busy. I don't know. He said, okay, cool, Belfast will be here. So Belfast will be here. And whether or not Yuji actually hangs out and plays a little poker with us on the Xbox remains to be seen. So, yeah, I mean, I would like to get a full table of players, viewers, subscribers, friends. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Ruben, what's up, Ruben? How's it going? So, yeah, keeping my word, keeping my promise, as I always tend to do. Today, we're just going to go play some poker in Red Dead Online on the Xbox. But hopefully y'all are having a great weekend. And coming up on Tuesday morning, we will have the summer update for GTA Online, which means I'll get up early in the morning and we'll check out the day one update, the bounty hunting and all that stuff. And then next weekend will be more GTA streams. Saturday will be, I don't know, should we do it? Maybe we'll do, since the day one stream will be on PlayStation, maybe what we'll do next weekend, since there'll be two GTA streams back to back. Maybe Saturday we'll do an Xbox stream for GTA, and then Sunday a PlayStation stream, or vice versa. I'll sort it out before next weekend. But we'll be on the PS5 Tuesday morning, so that's happening Tuesday morning. You got a little downtime? Well, that's good. That's awesome, especially with how hot it is outside right now. So tomorrow, members will get early access to my starter's guide for Sea of Thieves. Yes, I know. It's over 6 years old. But it only recently came out for PS5. And I've been kind of chomping at the bit to put out a starter's guide video. And that 58% drop that we learned about a few days ago, that kind of inspired me to make a starter's guide video, which I was planning on making shorter than my Red Dead Online beginner's guide video. Yeah, it's definitely not shorter. But yeah, members will have early access to that tomorrow. And Yuji, what's up, Yuji? How's it going? Mr. Yuji, will you be joining me for some Red Dead Online poker on the Xbox? You would join if you had time tonight? Okay, it's okay, Amy. No worries. No problem. I don't know when we'll do the next Red Dead Online Xbox stream, but I'll try to get back to rotating these better between PlayStation and Xbox. If you ask me to play this on PC, no, not happening. I will not play GTA Online or Red Dead Online on PC. It's never happening again. Forget about it. But anyways, I do appreciate y'all being here today. We're going to do a poker and chill stream, and we can just talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. You know, any topic just about. That's the way we usually do it here in our poker streams. But I do appreciate all of you being here. My amazing viewers, subscribers, fans, friends, mods, heroes for June 2024, and all the members. If you want to learn more about the membership program, click the join button. All members have access to the badges, the emojis, Shout outs at the beginning of live streams, early access to one video a week, like tomorrow's Starters Guide video for Sea of Thieves, as well as you get featured in the About section of the channel, along with the live stream schedule, and links to the Vlogs channel as well as Discord. Elite members include UG Outlaw, Belfast Gamer, both of them are in the chat, Fat Chinese Gaming, Angry Veteran Forge, Deluxe members, Azralynn, ACG, Red the 8-Bit Dinosaur, Junior members, TokyoTent, Huttch Plays, Brett, Kane, Icarus, Fernando Martinez, Tyler 98735, Fluffy Wolf, and the gifted members, Snakers and ZombfectedGaming 349. Gifted members, junior members, deluxe members, elite members in June 2024 Super Chat heroes going above and beyond for the GB Nation. All right, here we go. Back into Red Dead Online on the Xbox. It's been a quick minute. You haven't played Red Dead Online in a long time? Ah, stop it, Rockstar. It's rude. I wouldn't be so critical if you would actually update Red Dead Online, which you're not going to do. On your way, need a break from Elden Ring? That's probably a good idea, Eugene. You don't need to overdo it over there. I hear the DLC's rather difficult. I've heard people complain about it. All right, so let's head to camp. And yeah, so Red Dead Online, poker. I wonder how we'll do today. At the moment, it looks like it's going to be Belfast, Yuji, and me. So that means we got, what, spot for 4 others. And I will spam invites on the Xbox. So if you're lucky enough to want to play with me on Xbox on Red Dead Online, and you get an invite, first come, first serve. And if you don't want to play with me, too bad. You're still getting an invite. That's what you get for being friends with me on the Xbox. Stop it, GB. Stop it. No more invites. Leave me alone. But if we don't get a full table, we don't get a full table. It's not a big deal. It beats playing in a public lobby against them filthy, stinking max betters, which I've grown to despise anytime I've played in public lobbies. And at this point, I don't even know if we could fill a public lobby table in Red Dead Online. I'd like to believe we could, but we're not going to worry about that today. Lucky you don't have Xbox. Yeah. But yeah, the next poker stream, I guess in a few months from now, we'll be back on PlayStation. So I do try to do a few of these a year. And, Paula Janine. We haven't seen Paula Janine in a while. Been a quick minute. I don't know what she's been up to. Oh, and here's Edward. Named after my real life dog, Edward. He doesn't exactly look like this dog, but kinda, sorta. So let's paddle Edward on the head. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about my dog because he's like 12 years old now. And, well, you know what happens, unfortunately, as they get older. Yeah, so he's lost a bit of weight. And, you know, I mean, he still has, he's not struggling or anything. It's just obvious that he's getting older and having some health issues. Edward the Blue Engine. Yeah, okay. Anyways, should we wear this outfit? This outfit's fine. I think this is the Dutch Vanderlyn outfit, if I'm not mistaken. I think from what Quick Draw 1. Yeah. All right. So, oh, look, we have a Ruben sighting. Well, we did have a Ruben sighting, but then he disappeared. You know what he wants to do? Something he hasn't done in a long, long time. Gee, I wonder what Ruben is going to try to do. Well, he can't really do anything. I'm safe and sound in the camp. oh no! I totally don't see you by that tree. No, I don't. Oh wow! Totally sneaky and hiding. Like, dude, this is not Assassin's Creed, okay? I see you. Fine, I'll play along, Ruben. Okay, let me go for a nice friendly walk outside the safety of my camp. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Nothing at all. I'm just going to go for a lovely walk out on the road. And I'm sure that old Ruben isn't going to sneak up on me and, you know, do something that Ruben likes to do. Usual nonsense. Oh, what a shock. What a surprise. Yeah, I was expecting like a throwing knife. I mean, you don't have to go that hard, Ruben. Sometimes I do miss this game. My hat! You son of a bitch! Mr. Vanderlyn gave me that hat. Ah, damn it. Where's my hat? Hey, what's up, Kane? How's it going? I did get your DM. At the moment, I guess, I guess that time is okay. I think so. And Ruben died also. There. Just, look at this. Look at this waste. Look at this garbage. You should just dump it over here. I mean, the buzzards might eat it. Maybe. Ruben thinks he's John Wick. Yeah, I think so. Wrong button? Yeah, obviously. I was expecting your patented throwing knife, but I guess my expectations were subverted. Okay. No, not Ruben's. Oh my god, this thing has lice on it. Oh god, it stinks. Ugh. What the hell? Well, I guess it's my trophy, Ruben. I got your hat. And I'm going to need to basically, I don't know, burn Paula Janine's hair. And now Ruben and Yuji are fighting. Can't we all just get along? And Belfast is also here. Let me go ahead and get the posse started. All right. But, yeah, I'll jump in the voice chat in a minute. Okay. So, yeah, posse. I'll need to learn to read. Okay. All right. So, reform posse. Let me make sure there's room for everybody in the posse. All right. So, we got current members. Okay. All right. So, we got to add Ruben back to the posse. Okay. Let me do that real quick. Fight to posse. All right, where's Mr. Rubens at? There's Ruben. All right, cool. Did I have to get you one too? Let me look. Let me check it real quick. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let me just go ahead and send out an invite to Yuji as well. Okay, Yuji got an invite, and Belfast's invites. Okay. All right, so I sent y'all invites. That way we can go play some friendly poker. You miss this game? I miss it too, Ruben. It's just, like, after a while, you know, without them updating the game, you kind of give up, you know. Can't wait for us to return to Red Dead Online, more epic Telegram missions. Yeah, that's going to be great. Awesome. Not really. Yeah, memes. I mean, I too miss playing Red Dead Online. It's just like I said. It's like whenever you've grinded the game, you've done everything in the game, and you've had all these different adventures in the game, and there have been some good times. And you get everything you want from the camp. You got all the horses you want. You've maxed out your stalls. You've got all the weapons you want. You got on this account. I have 888 gold bars and 77,000. Wolfus on the PS5 has way more money than Janine does. But still, like, I have nothing to spend this gold in cash on. Nothing. And I've done everything in the game over and over and over again. And I've even, as some of you know, I've explored the map, you know, to my heart's content, outside the map, going all over the place, over and over again. And after a while, you know, you get tired of it. But anyways, I'm in the voice chat and Discord now, so Yuji, if you wish to join me, you may. But yeah, there's still part of me that obviously misses Red Dead Online. But you know, we do come back occasionally for some poker, and I don't miss the piggy tail. This glitch has been in the game since the freaking beta, the piggy tail and the deer pelts. This game, I swear. What's up, Eric? How's it going? You ready for Tuesday? Yeah, I'll be getting up early in the morning Tuesday to check that out. Okay. River fishing. No, we're not doing fishing today. Even though I do like fishing in this game. I will say this. Even though I really love playing Sea of Thieves, by the way, I do have my Stars Guide for Sea of Thieves coming out tomorrow. I think fishing and Red Dead Online is way better. And I will stand by that. That is a hill I will die on. I'd rather fish in Red Dead Online than Sea of Thieves any day. Okay, so let's try to remember which forms of galaxy travel we have in this one. Okay, the Missouri Foxtrotter, Chust, the multicolored Turkmen. We'll grab this one. Alright. Maybe it'll get rid of the stupid piggy tail. Alright. There we go. Another form for Galaxy Traveler. Ah, much better. Much better! One day you'll play again. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to come back to the game. But it's just sad because I know. What I'm about to say, I've said before. I'm going to say it again. This game had a lot of potential. And it was abandoned by Rockstar. And it still irks me to this day. I mean, it doesn't piss me off as much as it once did. Because it used to really anger me, you know? Because, you know, a lot of us put a lot of time into this game, you know? We played the hell out of it. And, you know, it's not perfect. It has its own issues. But so many of us could see what this game could eventually become. And Rockstar just outright abandoned it. And I don't think it deserved to be abandoned. But if they were delusional, at Rockstar and Take-Two were delusional to believe that this game was going to make them as much money as GTA. Like, what were they smoking that day when they thought that? This game was never going to make as much money as GTA Online, but it could have still been profitable if it would have been properly supported, and it would have had content that we actually want. So yeah, maybe there'll be a bit of ranting today while we're playing. We'll talk about other stuff too as we ride into Tumbleweed. You know what's funny? I actually wanted to do the stream today in Tumbleweed, so I guess it works out. Because I think we were at where were we at last episode? They're too busy with GTA. I mean, I get it. Like GTA's the money maker, right? That's the one that makes them the profit. But this game could have been profitable too in its own right. Why put all your eggs in one basket? Alright, so we're going to go upstairs. And I'll invite y'all to some friendly poker. Alright, and we go to the poker. Alright, play poker. Alright, we're going to host a private game. Me and the posse. Never played Sea of Thieves. Can't compare them. Well, I mean, I understand that, Amy. And Sea of Thieves isn't for everyone. But, I mean, they both have fishing. And the fishing in this game is way better. And, oh, yeah, by the way, Kane, I forgot to mention this. Sorry. Yeah, thanks for the super chat. Very much appreciated, Kane. And this is the part of the stream where I get to say goodbye to the webcam. Goodbye. Kane says the fact we never got heist or ending the land of opportunities is still criminal. Yeah, it still feels like it's an incomplete game. And that's the part that really, really irks me. Alright, so I'll send out invites. Well, we'll play a hand first, and then we'll do some invites. But what's everybody up to this week? What's everyone got going on? What do y'all want to talk about today?
I gotta sit next to Ruben. He smells.
Yeah, but you get to sit next to me, so I mean, you don't have to sit next to Belfast. So, what would you prefer?
Shoot them both in the head.
At least I don't have to sit next to Ruben.
Yeah, I have to, and I'm getting like a really bad draft here.
Yeah, just watch out for his throwing knives.
So while we were on the way over here, I kind of lassoed him off his horse. So
oh yeah, you two were having a bit of fun a moment ago.
He started it.
Yeah, well, Ruben always starts it. That's just his nature.
Sometimes I wish he'd just go back in his cage and stay there.
No, I think today he got a few hours off.
Mrs. Ruben, put him back. Please.
But how's your weekend going?
Okay, I'm just gonna get this quickly out of the way. The creator of Elden Ring is a sick bastard.
Oh, yeah, I heard the DLC is really, really hard. Like even harder than the main game.
They literally like took the difficulty of Elden Ring and jacked it up by 10.
Ouch. That hurts. Memes, I'm going to head off now. I have to suffer heat in California. 105 degrees. Oh, that burns. Thanks for stopping by, Memes. We'll catch you later. Maybe we'll see you Tuesday morning. I know it'll be like even 2 hours earlier for you out on the West Coast, but yeah, I'll be up early in the morning for the GTA update. And Mr. Yuji said he'll join me as well, maybe.
Well, I'll be awake anyway, so might as well.
Yeah. And the good news for you is you won't be up technically early because it drops at a reasonable time for you.
Yeah, because I already got the update for it, and it said for me it's going to go live at 10 a.m., but you know Rockstar, they're always late.
Actually, they've been doing this in the past couple updates where they'll pre-download it. And the same thing happened to me on PS5. I don't know if it happens on Xbox, but it does on PS5. And
no, I checked the Xbox there, and it didn't get an update for it, so PS5 gets it early, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just one of those low-key things they do with Sony. But, yeah, it's going to be 4 a.m. my time. It'll be, 10 a.m. UK time. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to start the stream at 4 a.m. or, like, right before 4 a.m. It depends on, A, if I get any sleep. And if I get any sleep, do I wake up? Does the alarm get me out of bed in time? Just to drag my sorry self upstairs just to start the stream? We'll see. Hey, Mando. What's up, Mando? Sup, GB? Do you have problems against me? No, dude, I don't have a problem against... Why did you think I have a problem against you? Because, why did you put my dino in the T-Rex pit? I didn't put your dinosaur anywhere. What are you talking about, Mando? I have no control over where the dinosaurs go.
I remember that Mando's dinosaur literally walked over there, and, well, you can fill in the rest.
Yeah, that's not my fault. Why are you blaming me for what the dinosaurs are doing? I'm just trying to run a park.
God damn it.
I hope that was a joke, Mando. Like, sometimes it's hard to tell, when it comes to, like reading, whether or not it's meant to be funny. But no, I didn't intentionally put your dinosaur near the T-Rex. If you go back and watch it from the beginning, I intentionally tried to keep the dinosaurs spaced out, or else I just release them straight from the hatchery and they just go off and do their own thing for better or worse. But I don't have a problem with anyone. I don't even have a problem with Ruben. He's just my frenemy. We just like to give each other shit. That's all. Doesn't mean anything. Believe me, if I have a problem with somebody, I'll tell them I have a problem with them. But, you're fine. You're fine, Mando. But sorry about your dinosaur. I mean, I can always get you another dinosaur, I guess. Because we'll do a part 2 of UK Darland. I don't know when we're going to do the next one. Maybe in like July. I'm at least going to do a second part because I wasn't completely finished building up that park. But yeah, I have no control, like, if UG's T-Rexes eat your dinosaurs or whatever. I have no control of what happens to UG's T-Rexes because in a previous park, like, his original T-Rex got killed, I think, or starved to death or something.
I think it was a sickness or something. I can't remember.
I mean, shit happens. I mean, I try my best to cater to the wants and the needs of the dinosaurs in my parks, with the water and food, etc. But sometimes the dinosaurs just go off and die. I don't know why. It's funny. It's like case in point with the let's see, which one am I thinking about? Frack. The Spinosaur. Yeah, the Spinosaur. Okay, and the Jurassic World Evolution 2, the Spinosaur is supposed to be a fish eater, right?
Fuck you, Ruben. Sorry.
Nice.
Continue.
Got yourself a nice straight there, compadre.
Middle finger for you, Ruben.
Yeah, but with the Spinosaur, like, you think if you gave it its own area with water, because it likes water and it likes fish, it wouldn't go anywhere. It would just stay over there. But so many times, you'll see the Spinosaur just go where the fuck it wants to go. Like, these dinosaurs are, they'll do whatever they want, man. I try to cater to them, and they don't care. Even the herbivores are like that. I'll give the herbivores, I'll put them in a spot where their type of vegetation is and also a water source. But all too often, they'll wander off somewhere else and they'll get into fights with other herbivores or carnivores. I can't control this. I'm not God. I just run some parks, man.
Pretty much.
But, yeah, so we got the GTA update coming up on Tuesday. Rockstar said it was going to be a big update. I'm not really feeling a big update. I feel like it's like your typical summer update. I don't know, it might be a little bit bigger than the past few summer updates, but I hope it's decent.
Hopefully.
It has potential to be decent with the bounty hunting stuff and the dispatches, but I'm concerned that with the dispatching, they're not going to have it day one, and they're just going to drip it out like in a month or two from now, kind of like how they did Collecting Bell Raid.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm hoping it'll also be day one content, because that would be cool if you could do both the same day. You could go be a bounty hunter, but if you just want to take your squad car you purchased and go, role play as a cop and do dispatch, then you'll be able to do that as well. But I hope that they make it to where we can use our squad cars. I think we're going to be able to. In fact, I'm of the opinion that it might be required to own a squad car in order to be able to do the dispatch missions. So you may not even be able to do them without your own squad car. It's possible. Or else they'll just give you the standard squad car. But yeah, I won't be using that. I'll be using my Gauntlet Interceptor.
I still need to buy one.
They're nice, but they're just expensive as hell.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, even after completing the Clucking Bell raid yourself and getting the quote-unquote discount, they're still expensive.
Just trying to remember. Just remind me again. How much is it?
I think the discount, I could be wrong, but I think the discounted version is $4 million. I think,
for fuck's sake.
I think the standard price is over $5 million. If somebody would correct me or confirm, feel free and let me know in the chat. But that would be part of the fun, is the ability to use our own squad cars. And hopefully they'll add more squad cars. It looks like they're at least adding like a police version of the Greenwood and with the Durango. So I hope we have more than just those two. Hopefully. But also police uniforms. I definitely would like to be able to unlock police uniforms and purchase police uniforms. That would be cool. Well, look who wins. Mr. Belfast. Hooray.
Sorry, I turned my head away from the screen there. What happened?
Yes, some guy from North Ireland won.
Oh, that prick.
That's something I need to look into, like my whole genealogy, because I've told you about that before. How the Burns family is originally from Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure, like if you go further back, we come from somewhere else, right? Through generations and centuries and whatnot. But I wonder what part of Ireland my family is actually from exactly. Am I from the area that is Ireland or the area north?
I swear to God, I'm saying this now. If I find out it's from the north, you will never hear from me again.
Come on. It's not my fault. How can you blame me for something that I have no control over?
If I get even the slightest hint of it.
That's rude.
Not rude, it's just me telling the truth.
Kane says a discounted price of $4 million, standard price 5.1. Okay, so I was just about right on the money on that one. Okay. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. It's nice whenever I actually get it right for once. So Kane, if I am available tomorrow, are you actually going to be available also to continue Pirate's Life in Sea of Thieves? Or am I going to be standing there and we're going to have another no-show situation? And I'll be like, waiting for my ride. Yep, Kane said he'll pick me up any minute. 3 hours later. Still waiting.
Just there looking at his watch.
And then later on, oh man, sorry, something came up. I'm like, dude. What the hell, man? I was waiting. I was ready to get on that boat. But if Kane does stream Sea of Thieves tomorrow, continuing the Pirate's Life, Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow story, I will be there. That's the plan, at least. Hopefully. Because I was giving him a hard time about it yesterday.
I noticed.
Yeah, I'm this close, UG, to just taking the Pirate's Life Telltale and just snatching it.
Well, I was going to say this to you yesterday. If that's the case, if you take that one, then I got dibs on Monkey's Island.
No, what? You're gonna take Monkey? Look, if you want Monkey's Island, that's fine. I've never really been a hardcore Monkey's Island fan. I think I played like maybe one of the games back in the day, but I hear like the Monkey Island Telltale is actually, well, Tall Tale is pretty decent. I'm just trying to get through the Sea of Thieves Tall Tales, and oh man, it's something.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, it's just that I don't know. I mean, there's something about the Tall Tales. I mean, I guess the lore aspect is kind of cool, but the doing them is not as fun. And, wow, we finally won, Paula Janine.
Hey.
Took her a quick minute, but she finally got a dub there. So yeah, that's the part that I just sit back going like, I just gotta.
This might take a while.
Yeah, exactly. I want them to be fun. Okay, I want them to be fun. Like the Pirates of the Caribbean Tall Tales are fun. Like Kane and I, and oh yeah, Dark Brown Wolf was there too. You know, we did the Pirate's Life, and then we did the second episode, and then I guess we'll have the third, maybe fourth tomorrow, depending on how long it takes to get through the third one. Those seem like fun, but like I hope the Sea of Thieves Tall Tales get better, because so far it's been like meh. Can you tell a story how you and Yuji first met back in the day? Was it through YouTube or GTA? Well, it was a lovely spring morning in Ireland, and Yuji was tending to his garden, and all of a sudden a weird wandering GB happened to be roaming by with an American accent saying, "Excuse me, sir, which way to the nearest pub?"
Now that GB is done talking bollocks, I will actually explain the story.
Okay, tell us the real backstory.
Right, you old romantic you. Anyways, I think this was like 6-7 years ago, and this was around the time like I was really into Red Dead Redemption 1 poker. Kind of ironic, we're actually playing poker right now.
The irony.
I know, right? So I was looking up Red Dead Redemption multiplayer poker, and I came across one of your old videos, and the thumbnail kind of caught me, and I just said, okay, let's click into this and see what it's like. And I watched it for I watched through the whole thing, and I left a comment, and then you replied back. We had a little bit of a conversation, and well, here we are now.
There you go. That's the long and short of it, Mando. That's the way it usually goes, you know.
And we've been friends ever since.
Yep. I wish these cards were being friendlier to me.
All right.
Let's see if Tails 3 is short. We'll try to push to 4 and 5. Yeah, let's not push our luck, Kane. Because I feel like they'll probably be. I don't know how long they are, to be honest, because I'm trying not to be spoiled about it. But we'll try to get through 3 and maybe 4 if we're lucky. I just hope we don't end up in a situation like we did with the second episode. Sir, would you like to play some poker with us? Sir, there's a seat right there. You're more than welcome to join us. What an asshole. Yeah, fine, be that way.
You can kick out this smelly fucker right next to me.
You don't have to. We got a couple extra seats available.
But I don't want to sit next to Ruben. He stinks.
He's probably like, hey, what are you guys playing? Oh, Texas Hold'em? I'm more of like a 7-card stud kind of guy. Well, sorry. This is the only game we got, okay? We don't get blackjack. We don't get freaking, dominoes. We don't get the 5-finger fillet for Kane to chop off a few fingers in. We don't get liar's dice. All we got in Red Dead Online is freaking Texas Hold'em poker, okay? We make do of what we got here.
Yeah.
Mr. I want 7-card stud or 5-card draw poker. Well, don't we all?
I'd like a decent update to this game, but do we get it? No.
No, not at all. Shadow Demon, what's up, Shadow? How's it going? Kane says, I met GB on a GTA stream back in July 2017. He's been stuck with me ever since. That is true. I do remember that.
Wow.
I do remember these stories, but I like to, on occasion, when I'm in a mood, just make up something. It's funnier than
Oh yeah, like that romantic little story you came up with.
It was romantic. I was imagining the green hills of Ireland and some nice Irish music in the background, and it was lovely.
And Gina giving you a death look.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll go to Ireland. I mean, Riley and I do want to travel, so she and I do want to go see some places. And she wants me to go visit Puerto Rico one day. But, all things in time, hopefully. Is there any place you want to go visit?
Oh, there's always been a part of me that would love to visit some parts of America someday. I went to New York once, and I promised myself I'd never go back.
Just what, New York City?
Yeah, New York City. Just a lot of people there were just rude.
Yeah.
They have this thing here in Ireland, right? Like, let's just say, if you're walking down the road and someone is walking up against you, they will politely step out of the way and just let you go through. Over in New York, they will literally run through you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way New Yorkers are in New York City. It's just, I went there a long time ago, and it's definitely an experience because nothing prepares you for how large the city is. Like, movies, TV shows, you have to go there and see it for yourself. It's huge. It's massive. And, I remember watching a video not too long ago about how New Yorkers aren't really rude. That's just the way they are. That's just the way they're kind of brought up. It's just they focus on getting from point A to point B without getting ran over or mugged.
Makes sense.
So it's not like they're all rude, but there's definitely, just like anywhere else, there's nice ones and then there's rude ones. But yeah, upstate New York is really nice too. I went up to upstate New York. It's beautiful up there. Especially in the springtime. In the winter, it's probably buried in snow. Got some jacks there. Nice. But, I mean, there's good parts of America. There's bad parts, just like any other part of the world. Which parts were you thinking about going to?
Well, the last time, when I was in New York, I went to Manhattan. Oh, places like Florida, Philadelphia, those kind of places.
Yeah. Yeah, Philadelphia, has some history to it. I've always wanted to go there and check out Independence Hall and also go up to Boston and see all that as well.
Plus, I want to see the Rocky statue.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
I will say this, though. With my age, I am not running up them stairs.
Yeah, I'd probably fall over on the third or fourth step. Actually, probably not, because I do go up steps every day in my house, but...
But those steps, jeez.
Yeah. Adrian!
For you up, I'd be dead.
But, Florida has really nice beaches. I would avoid the Disney World. Fuck Disney. And I guess Orlando Studios. When I was a kid, my dad and stepmom took us to Disney World, and it was a long-ass drive from East Texas all the way down there. It was me, my stepsister, which is about 6 months younger than me, then my two baby sisters, and at the time, they were both really, really little. Right. I think one was 2 years old. I think the other one was maybe 1, so they don't really remember it. But Disney World was okay, except for Eeyore being a dick to me and Daisy Duck forcing me to dance with her. But Orlando Studios, what I remember from Orlando at the time is almost every ride that we wanted to go on was broke down. It was we wanted to go on King Kong, it was broke down. We wanted to go on Jaws, broke down. Back to the Future, broke down. my dad and my stepmom were mad because they obviously spent money to get us tickets into Orlando Studios, and like all we did basically was just walk around. I don't even know if we even went on one single attraction.
Well, look, I've never been to like Disney World, and I probably never will for reasons.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I couldn't be the type of guy that would stand in line for like an hour or so on end just to get on a ride that would last like what, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, at the most.
Uh,
I mean, I used to like going to like Six Flags over Texas. I mean, they had some really good roller coasters back in the day. They probably still do.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just like that because you can only handle like a certain number of roller coasters. Like at the time, I don't know if they still have the Texas Giant around, but it used to be one of the largest roller coasters in the world. It was like made of wood, and it would just rattle. You know, it was really steep going up and down. It was really like scary and adrenaline pumping. And we went on that one ride, and after that, we were done. We were fucking done. And we stood in line waiting for a quick minute just to get, on the roller coaster. But after that, we were like, all of us, we were just rattled. And I've been on other roller coasters at Six Flags over Texas, and yeah, they did a little number on me. But that one just kicked your ass after you got off of it. And you're like, it's kind of like all downhill from here. So it's like you want to save that one for the finale and go to the other ones first.
Yeah, that's always like been the problem. Like to anybody that go to like theme parks, once they go on like the best ride there, the rest are kind of mid.
Exactly. That's why you got to build it up. As they say, save the best for last. And back in the day, the Texas Giant was the best at Six Flags over Texas. But there was a couple other decent roller coasters there too. Kane says, would love to visit Texas one day, maybe Florida. Would love to visit U.S. one day, maybe Florida or Texas. Yeah. I still want to go up to like Wyoming and Montana and see some mountains. I still want to do that. So that'd be cool. I mean, regarding California, I mean, maybe like North California with the redwoods. That'd be sweet. Wouldn't mind that. Oregon, I hear like out in Washington, Oregon, like outside like Portland and Seattle. I hear those are pretty nice. Maine's cool. I would like to go to Maine. That looks.
I know a close friend of mine. He said he wants to visit Vegas, but I'm just kind of like, no.
Yeah, there's something like really old school about Maine, especially like that New England section of the U.S. It has kind of like an old like vibe to it. But there's part of me that's always wanted to go visit Maine. But I'm trying to think where else. Like New Orleans. New Orleans is all right. Like during the daytime, like if it's not too hot. But nighttime it gets crazy because people are out drinking and partying and causing mischief, and there's unfortunately also criminal elements. Especially at night. Like the French Quarter's nice. I mean, the city has seen better days. What else is new? But New Orleans is quite the experience. Trying to think about any other parts of the country. Like I'd probably pass on Mississippi and Alabama, probably Georgia as well. I mean, I think there's some nice parts of Georgia, maybe like in the northern part, where like the Appalachians I think start. But you don't want to get too far into the Appalachians because you may not come back. Oh, in Arkansas, like North Arkansas, like up near the Ozarks, really nice as well. One of my uncles lives up there, and he kept wanting me to go up there and visit them. But yeah, so like it's like North Arkansas and like right there, Arkansas, Missouri. That area is pretty nice. Maybe one day I'll go check out the Ozarks. Great Plains kind of boring. Yeah, kind of flat. Not all of it's flat, but it's also Tornado Alley, so you get more tornadoes in that region of the country, like North Texas and Oklahoma. Arizona, New Mexico, hot as hell, barren wasteland of fire, and I don't know if, especially during the summertime. I guess Nevada. I guess Vegas. Yay.
Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine, he wants to go to Vegas, but I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm staying away from there.
I think I would like older Vegas, like when the mob ran it. But now it's all
Okay.
corporatized and family friendly, so I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other places I'd like to visit. Because even though I've lived in America my whole life, you know, there definitely are parts of the U.S. I'd like to eventually go and check out. Oh, I'd love to go see the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, Yellowstone, a few other national parks because we have some really beautiful national parks. Mount Rushmore might be okay, but I think I'd rather go to an actual like national park, you know, like because that was just some mountains that somebody chiseled into, you know, some of our presidents. Hawaii, yeah, Hawaii's really nice. Yeah, it's tragic what happened to Hawaii last year, that fire. But yeah, Hawaii's pretty, but it's expensive as hell. Alaska, the vast wilderness of Alaska. I mean, I've always wanted to go check out Alaska, but same thing, it's expensive as hell, and I don't know if I'd want to live there.
No, thanks.
Yeah. But I mean, there's definitely other parts of the world. I want to go to Ireland one day. I want to go to the UK one day. Maybe some parts of Europe. Especially like Italy. I want to go check out Italy because I'm all about history, and like there's definitely beautiful parts of Italy. Like, and I would like to see Rome and maybe go see Pompeii. You know, the ruins of Pompeii. That'd be cool. Maybe go to Greece. And you know, some parts of France. Oh, speaking of France, has anyone watched Under Paris?
No.
Okay, so it's on Netflix. It's a French film that recently came out, and there's English. You can watch it in French, or you can watch it with like English dubbed. And it's basically it's a shark movie. That's all I'm gonna say. It's interesting. It's definitely far from my favorite shark film, but it's nowhere near the worst. But it has an interesting concept to it. But it's been trending lately. But I was just curious if anyone else had checked out Under Paris. Riley and I may talk about it more in the vlog. Coming up in what? At the end of the month, about a week from now, I guess, yeah. Damn, June's almost gone.
All right.
It's crazy. So what other parts of the world would everyone else like to see? Is there anything else you would like to go and check out, Yuji, besides America?
I'm just going to say this straight out, and I'm actually kind of glad Snake isn't in the chat, otherwise he'd get all weird on me. But one thing on my bucket list, I want to go to Japan someday.
Yeah, Riley wants to go to Japan as well.
It's been one thing that's been on my bucket list for years. Before I turn 50 or I'm in a wheelchair gasping for air, I'm going to Japan.
Which parts? What, Tokyo or like outside of Tokyo? And
Well, Tokyo will be one of them,
Yeah.
and Kyoto and Osaka, those places.
yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do that as well, like experience Tokyo similar to how I once experienced New York City. But I guess since I love Ghost of Tsushima so much, I'd love to actually go to the real island of Tsushima. I know they're different. There's similarities, but there's also differences. But it'd be kind of cool. I mean, I'm sure the tourism has become much higher on Tsushima thanks to the game. But
Yeah, which a lot of residents in kind of those areas are not particularly fond of.
yeah, most people on Tsushima just want to be left alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they don't have a problem with tourists as long as they're not assholes and they're respectful. But unfortunately, there are always those that aren't very respectful of the culture, or just they come around acting like they own the place.
Yeah. Like, I mean, if you're gonna go to a foreign country, like, show some respect for Christ's sake.
I agree. Like it not only does it make you look bad, it makes like your country look bad. Because I've heard so many stories like these, like real life trash streamers, right? That go to these countries and like Japan, for example, and elsewhere, and they act a fool, and they just look like complete morons just because they want that clout. And they make everyone else from their country look bad, even if the majority of people also think they're an asshole. And it just puts us in a bad light. You know, like, oh, do all Americans act like this? No.
But now that you actually kind of bring that up, there's always, now that I think about it, this would make me laugh. Like when trash streamers, as you say, they're over there and they're acting like that. If they came across a member of the Yakuza, they wouldn't be so tough.
No. Or some of these other nasty countries, they would get disappeared and never seen again, and most people wouldn't miss them. It's like, hey,
Probably
fuck around, you
they
find
probably
out.
Wouldn't even know they were gone.
Yeah. It's going to happen eventually. Some of these morons are going to end up going into a wrong country, thinking they can pull that shit, and you'll never see them again. And I'll be like, cry me a river.
Well, the family of the person, I would feel sorry for. The person itself, it's their own fault.
No, yeah, they did it to themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's people that like to travel. Like, there's been like several shows over the years that do travel, that will go to different parts of the world to see different corners, but they're always respectful of the culture. Yeah. Like Anthony Bourdain, you know, he was always respectful of the culture. You know, he always talked about how, you know, like food, you know, was one of the things that brought us together, you know, as a species. You know, it's tragic he's no longer with us. But everywhere he went, you know, in all the episodes I watched, he was always extremely respectful of where he went, you know, whether it was a first world country or a third world country.
Which is kind of rare these days, sadly.
Yeah, I agree. See, Kane says, come to England, GB. We have some fish and chips and nice cuppa. You know, I've had like fish and chips in America, but obviously it's not the same thing. And if I ever do come to England, I absolutely want to go to a good pub that has some really good fish and chips. Absolutely.
Pub, you're speaking my language.
So yeah, definitely. That's on my list. I do want to check out England, and I want to see London, but I hear so many bad things about London. You know, it's sad because, like, as somebody who admires history, right, and older architecture, you know, I want to see Tower Bridge. I want to see Trafalgar Square. I want to see Parliament. I want to see Buckingham Palace. You know, I want to, you know, walk down the Thames, even if, you know, it's a toxic river. But I still want to do those things, you know. Yeah, I want to go out to Stonehenge. Oh, did you hear what those Just Oil fuckers did to Stonehenge the other day?
What? Oh, God, what have they done now?
They went out to Stonehenge because, you know, we had the solstice happen recently. So there's, you know, every time we have the solstice, like, you know, a lot of people come into, you know, Stonehenge just for the solstice, right?
Right.
And Just Oil showed up with their orange spray paint, and they started spray painting, like, the stones. I saw that video, and I was just pissed. That just ticked me the hell off. Dark Metal Wolf. What's up, Dark Metal Wolf? How's it going? But, yeah, I mean, at least with, like, the paintings that they've been going after, at least the museums are smart enough to, you know, put protection in front of the paintings. Like, they're all behind, like, glass or something. But I still find that to be insulting. That shit still pisses me off. And when they block traffic and all the crap that they do for attention, it just turns people off.
I remember, like, watching that. I think it was like a year or two ago. They'd just be, like, sitting out in the middle of the road. Now, I'm completely against violence, but with some drivers, I don't blame them from just grabbing them by the back of the neck and just pulling them off the road.
Yeah. Yeah, eventually that happens. I mean, at first, people just put up with it, but after a while, people get fed up. They get tired of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that shit angered me because, like, why are you doing this to Stonehenge? Then they came out, like, on social media, like, oh, well, the spray that they used was not permanent. It can be easily washed off.
Like, yeah, that still doesn't justify the fact that you vandalized something, you idiot.
Yeah, and there's laws against it. And so the individuals at Just Oil, I hope you enjoyed your 15 seconds of fame, and I hope you rot in prison for what you did.
Agreed.
I mean, they're lucky they didn't do it in the times of the Druids, or else they would have been sacrificed.
Yeah.
See, Kane says that situation pissed me off, made me tweet. Yeah, I mean, I don't tweet as much as I used to. I mean, I mostly just use Twitter or X just to lurk now, with a few exceptions. But yeah, that pissed me off. It's like, what does an ancient like Stonehenge, which predates most of the civilizations on the planet, what does that have to do with your movement? What does paintings have to do with your fucking movement? But like any clock that, sometimes, even broken clocks that are right twice a day, Just Oil did do one thing that I actually agreed with. They broke into one of the airports, and they spray painted Taylor Swift's private jet. See? There you go, Just Oil. Go after the ones causing the problem, not the common everyday citizen. All these hypocrite celebrities who tell us that we have to conserve and we have to do this and we have to do that. Meanwhile, they're traveling across the world in their private jets, which is, causing more damage to the environment than our cars are. I mean, I still think it's wrong because you're breaking the law doing it. And yeah, they should be punished for it. But at least I can respect that, Because all too often it just feels like they're just like going after things that make no sense, like historical paintings that are priceless, or Stonehenge. Hey, Red, what's up? How's it going?
Or even that time they hijacked a snooker tournament. Okay, you might remember that.
Yeah, I kind of remember it. Hey, ma'am. Lovely day. Would you like to play some poker with us, fine gentlemen? We have a couple seats available. God, these people are so rude in this town.
No wonder this town died out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we come to your little town, play some poker. We invite a few of you to sit at the table with us and mingle. And yeah, y'all just rude to us. Y'all come in, you leave the door open, and you just say, I just want to go down to the bar. Screw you guys. Rude.
Unbelievable.
See, Kane says Just Stop Oil clowns wouldn't dare do that crap in Russia, China, Iran. Exactly. They're not going to do that crap in a country like that because they know better. They know that at least in the UK and the US that, we're a bit more tolerant. But yeah, they try that shit in Russia or China or somewhere else in an authoritarian country, that they'll never be seen again. But yeah, it's just like Just Oil's no different than PETA. They're just attention seeking.
Pretty much.
I mean, sometimes, yeah, do they make good points every now and then? Yeah, they do. But most of the time, they're just out for attention for the sake of attention. Man, 3 threes. What's up with that, Belfast?
Not
Triple
looking at the
threes.
screen.
See, Ruben says, ain't got to do nothing but their feelings, though. Yeah. And look, I recognize there's pollution, and I think we should do something about it. But I'm not going to go around, like, throwing orange paint on, or soup or whatever, on priceless works of art. Like, especially like a can of soup that could have fed some poor homeless person for a day.
Yeah, they never think of that, do they?
Yeah, and they don't think about all the different products that they use every day that's made out of oil. Like, everything we have just about involves oil to some degree, not just our vehicles. Your shoes, oil, clothing, oil. So you really want to just stop oil? You better just start boycotting a ton of products right now.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. And I don't have a problem with alternative energy sources. I think eventually we will have legitimate sources that actually work and make sense. But, people, unfortunately, have to get from point A to point B. And a lot of people still rely on fossil fuels. That's just the way it is. And what really I mean, like, I don't have a problem with somebody using an electric vehicle. That's fine. But don't act like you're saving the environment when the materials used to make that vehicle cause more harm to the environment, and when that electricity is coming from a power plant. So get off your schmug horse, you know? So many of these people are just so smug about themselves. And we have so many freaking Teslas driving around in my area. It's not even funny. And freaking Cybertrucks.
Cybertrucks?
Yeah. Have you had the pleasure of seeing a Cybertruck yet in Ireland?
Not yet.
Count yourself lucky.
I'll take your word for it.
I don't know why people find Cybertrucks to be like worthy of wasting money on. They have numerous issues, and they look fugly as hell. And yet, Riley and I see Cybertrucks all the time here. We see the regular Teslas, but we're also seeing more and more Cybertrucks, and those things are not cheap either. I don't get it. And then apparently, Cybertruck is coming to Fortnite, so you know ICXRUX is going to buy it. And Riley's already said she's going to buy it just so she can annoy people. I kept begging her, like, don't do it. Don't waste your V-Bucks on the Cybertruck. And she's like, no, I'm going to do it.
I think my advice on that, especially when it comes to like your significant other, just don't bother arguing. You're not going to win.
Yeah, it's a losing battle. I mean, she's already made up her mind because she thinks it's funny. And I'm just sitting back going like, why? And she's like, well, I have the Founders edition of Save the World, so I'm not really spending money. I'm just earning V-Bucks. Maid Bopper will break down in seconds. It may not break down in seconds, but there have been issues that have come up regarding the Cybertrucks. But I think there's much better vehicles out there. I'll stick to my Honda Ridgeline. Thank you very much. Why are they going to release a dumpster in that game? You know, that's a good question, Red. Like, I expect Rockstar to come up with their own version of the Cybertruck eventually for GTA. And maybe just for fun, I would buy that in GTA because I have plenty of money in the game just to do it for shits and giggles. And then at the end, just to blow it up and then have a good laugh.
Yeah.
But obviously, Epic, probably sent some shekels towards Daddy Elon to get the Cybertruck put into Fortnite. So there. But good news, UG. Pirates of the Caribbean has officially been leaked, and it's coming to Fortnite. So there.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. I know Jack Sparrow's going to be in it. Well,
yeah, Jack Sparrow. He's going to be like, I guess he's going to be because they always have they have so many different passes now, not just the battle pass, but they have a pass for festival. They tried to do a pass for Rocket Racing, but Rocket Racing bombed. But they have this other like side pass that they do, and Jack Sparrow's going to be like, I guess he's going to be the character you can get for that pass. But you're also going to be able to purchase Barbossa, Davy Jones, and Elizabeth whenever they finally drop the Pirates of the Caribbean collab in Fortnite.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. That's really tempting.
Yeah. Plus, I'm not going to lie. The sword, like from when I saw the images of the sword harvesting tools, they look pretty good. All right, let's see. Yeah, I'll drop a few cents for this one. That's why you survived 13 with Tiny. Don't argue. But I like to argue though. I like to disagree sometimes. It's kind of fun.
Dark Matter Wolf, no offense, but I've been in a relationship just a little bit longer than you, but whatever.
There's no need to flex here.
I said no offense.
Look, you have to pick and choose your battles, even if most of the battles are not going to be wins. But sometimes you have to show up to the field of battle, you know?
even if you know you're going to lose.
See, Cabral says Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, okay, that's random.
Interesting.
Next, we're going to be talking about Goldilocks and Sleeping Beauty and, you know, the other fairy tale characters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, me to Epic. Shut up and take my money. That depends on... Is that for the Cybertruck or for all the Pirates of the Caribbean content? Either way, doesn't surprise me. But, not going to lie, I'm probably going to consider picking up the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. Because I love me some pirates. Mm-hmm. Y'all know that. I mean, Sea of Thieves, Skull and Bones, Pirates of the Caribbean. It's my jam. All right. Let's see. How are we doing? So far, nobody's really like kicking ass here. Pirates, fuck the Cybertruck. See, you have chosen wisely, Kane.
Good man.
Prove Riley wrong because she thinks you're going to buy one for everybody. That you're going to pull an Oprah and be like, you get a Cybertruck, you get a Cybertruck, and you get a Cybertruck. Hopefully not.
And don't even think about it.
Yeah, don't. Don't do it. Don't even buy it for yourself.
I know you're thinking it, Kane. It's in your mind right now. I know you. Ignore it. Just walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, I never watched Shrek 3 or 4 because Riley said they weren't very good, so I didn't bother watching those two. But the first two are really good. Like Shrek 1, 2, and Puss in Boots' Last Wish was amazing. To be fair, most people in my generation won't last long. Well, that's true. Most people don't know how to maintain a long, successful relationship.
That is true.
It does take a little bit of effort. I think the problem is, to me, people think that it's going to be perfect. But no relationship is perfect. There's always going to be ups and downs, and you're not always going to agree on things, and you just got to find a way to make it work, you know? The way I look at it is, if when it comes to a partner, the pros have to far outweigh the cons. That's the only way it works. If it's the other way around, then you're probably not with the right person.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. So if it comes down to you writing a pros con list in private to ask yourself, is this really the right person for you? And you have like a ton of pros, only a couple of cons, then you probably got the right person for you. If it's the other way around, well, might be time to flee.
Mm-hmm.
Run away!
Get out now.
Yep. Shrek 3 is really bad. Shrek 4 is more mid. See, I'm at the point now where I'm not willing to invest in a series any further. If, like, some movies have already come out and people tell me, like, hey, you should watch, like, this movie and that movie, but the other movies or the other seasons in the show are trash, I will stop. I will stop where it's good. Ooh, King Eye Straight, not bad, Mr. Rubin. Even Rubin gets a good hand every now and then. But I'm done investing in the bad parts of shows like Walking Dead. People kept telling me for years to watch Walking Dead. At first few seasons, pretty good, but then it got worse. And I look back wondering why I didn't just hit the brakes when it started getting bad. And that's how I am now. I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm just going to stop here. This is good. But there's other movies. Like, yeah, but those movies are, from what I hear, they're awful. So why waste my time?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very rare when you actually have like a good trilogy or a good series from basically start to finish for the most part. It does happen. Two examples. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul's. Two amazing shows that were great start to finish. Not perfect. There's, just like of any show, there's some imperfections, but those are pretty solid shows. Highlight of The Walking Dead was the pilot. Hello, Kari. How's it going? Show got worse as it went on. I would say the first 2 seasons, maybe 3, were good. But, like, too many shows, just especially Walking Dead, just wear out its welcome. This sticks around too freaking long. It's like Game of Thrones. It was great up until, like, the final season. The final season, it just went into the garbage. It's like they ran out of source material from, George R.R. and, well, that's kind of his fault because he's taking forever to write his damn books. But you think, like, D&D would have done a better job with crafting a better, like, final season than what they gave us. Because it was god-awful. But I'm hoping the new season of House of Dragon is good. I'm waiting until the entire season's out before I binge it. Because I got too many streaming services right now. Like, there's a few of them I need to cancel. Disney Plus.
I knew you'd bring that up.
Yeah. You gave up on movies and TV a long time ago. Yeah, I don't blame you, Kari, but Ruben, sorry. Anyways, sorry about that. There's definitely a lot of garbage out there, but there's still some good stuff that comes out. Season 7, early 8 was the last great part of Walking Dead show, to be honest. Okay. I mean, there have been some moments, but those moments aren't really worth enduring a bad season. So I'd rather just see the highlights on YouTube. It's like, oh, this is the good part of this season? Okay, cool. At least it saved me time from all the other garbage and filler.
Yeah, like, just go on YouTube, just watch the best parts, and there you go.
Well, here's a prime example, okay? I'm not really into anime, but there's some shows that Riley likes that happens to be anime, including Naruto. And, I watched the first few seasons of Naruto. It was all right. But there's a lot of filler. A lot of filler. And you're sitting there going like, oh, my God. And GG's to UG. GG's.
But to be fair, a lot of anime, well, from my experience, have a lot of filler.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. I'm like, why? Stop it. Just, that crap's not necessary. It's like, whenever there's like a battle between two people, right, in anime, like, the build-up's really good, The build-up's really good. The fight's really good. But then when you think the fight's over, the other person pulls out, like, an ability they didn't have. And then when you think they're about to win, the other person pulls out an ability they didn't have to drag the fight on. It's like, no, just end the damn thing. Stop it.
I've got one for you.
Okay.
We're talking about long, drawn-out fights. Okay, everyone knows I'm a Dragon Ball fan, right?
Yeah.
Right. At some point, this was like early on in Dragon Ball Z, Goku fights Friesia for the first time. Can you guess how long that fight went on for?
Too fucking long.
An entire year.
Yeah, why? Like, I can see, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 or maybe 3 episodes. You're pushing it there, but to drag it on that long is ridiculous.
Well, I think, like, the only reason that was because around the time it was, well, animated on TV, Akira Toriyama was, by the way, rest in peace, he was drawn out the comic for it, so they were kind of trying to keep it well balanced, hence why it lasted a year.
Yeah. I mean, I can see a season being dedicated to the build-up, right? The conflict. And the characters eventually getting to that point where they fight, and then the last part of the season is the fight episodes, and then the resolution, and then maybe a cliffhanger leading to the next season. But the entire season based around one fight, where they keep doing that back and forth, whether it's Dragon Ball or Naruto or whatever. I'm all about the slow burn, because I do love me some Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, but come on.
Just get to the climax already.
Exactly. See, Kari says, I don't see the point in like they bothered ending Walking Dead if they're just going to do all these spin-offs. Because money, that's why.
Pretty much.
See, I think it fell off watching. Yeah, I think Negan. Look, the best thing that could have happened in that season with Negan is that I was rooting for Negan at that point because I had grown to really despise Rick and the others. So I wanted the Saviors to win. I'm not even lying about that. Say, good anime films, best. Look, if people like anime, that's fine. And I do see the appeal. It's just, at the end of the day, I've watched enough anime. I'm good. Thanks.
Teach their own.
Live action Rugrats? Why?
How would that work?
Oh my God. Like, there's some things that don't need to be live action. Hollywood. Rugrats, I don't see it. Flintstones was terrible. That was a bad idea. I'm sorry, but Rosie O'Donnell is no Betty Rubble.
Yeah, like even back then when you saw her playing as Betty, even
that
like,
made me sick.
people,
I was like, no, that's not Betty Rubble.
No, I just scratched my head like going, what the fuck?
Like who and what director or casting director made that call? Like what?
Bribe?
What the hell? It's like everyone else. Okay, fine. I still think it doesn't need to be a live action, but why? See, Kane, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, slow burn done right. I agree. Hell yeah. But it's like, some things just need to be left alone. All live actions are meh. There's probably a few exceptions, Amy, but I would say 90% of the time I agree. Usually when something's just originally animated, the live action version just ends up being awful, or just a terrible copy pasta, the live action version of Lion King. Was that necessary? No. Which one's the superior version of Lion King? The animated film from the 90s. Far superior. I don't like live action Disney. Yeah, they're awful. They're even Aladdin was okay. But once again, not necessary because the animated version is far superior. It's just cash grabs. That's all that these live actions have been. Lazy cash grabs by Disney. Instead of coming up with new material, new stories, they just went back to the 90s like, hey, all these amazing animations we did, let's just do crappy live action versions of them. So glad you don't watch TV anymore. Yeah, most of the time I would agree with you on that, even though there is still some decent content, but a lot of it is garbo. But it's just with the latest Garfield movie. I haven't watched it, and look, I like Chris Pratt, but casting him as Garfield seemed like an even worse idea than casting him as Mario, because at least in Mario, you get used to him being Mario. But the new Garfield movie makes me feel like Thanos looking at Bill Murray and saying, perhaps I treated you too harshly whenever he was Garfield. That's the sad part. When you look back missing Bill Murray voicing Garfield. Kane says Robin Williams will always be your genius. Yeah, look, Robin Williams is irreplaceable. He was a legend of his time. Back from the Mork and Mindy days a long time ago to his comedies and even his more serious films like What Dreams May Come. I still love that movie. I absolutely love What Dreams May Come. And it's so weird because comedic actors, when you put them in a drama. There's just something about them that pulls out these emotional tones that you would not expect. And they just hit you harder than a traditional actor would.
Yeah, but you don't expect a lot of comedic actors to get a role like that. But when they do, it's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, because I think what it comes down to is they put a lot of effort into their routine as a comedic actor or comedian turned comedic actor. And so there's, you see the funny side of them, right, on stage, but they're also human, and a lot of them also come from tragic backgrounds or they have tragic things happen in their life, And I think they're really good at putting their emotions on stage, whether it's their funny side or in like Robin Williams' point case, some of his more darker films or dramatic films like Dead Poets Society or like I mentioned, What Dreams May Come, you see that other side of him, and it really just makes you feel, You really don't get that much from actors these days with a few exceptions.
That's true.
Mario was actually decent because I think Nintendo really stayed on top of the studio that made the Mario movie. And look, most of us, like, we were scratching our heads about Chris Pratt as Mario in that movie, but he was okay as Mario. But Garfield, no. They should have brought back Bill Murray for Garfield. I agree. I would have rather had him come back and voice Garfield again. Even though, like Riley mentioned, like one of the jokes in Zombieland is he's asked, what's one of your biggest regrets? And he says Garfield. But let's see. What's coming up movie-wise? Oh, yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine. Hopefully that'll be good. We're definitely going to go watch that in July.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been trying to stay away from spoilers. But we did see a little bit. We did see another Deadpool Wolverine trailer when we went to go watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And it looked really good. I mean, it's what I expect, I don't expect it to be as good as the first Deadpool, but I hope it's better than the second Deadpool movie. So if it does that, then I feel like it does enough. Oh, you got to run? Okay, Ruben. Thanks for hanging out with us. And nice to see you again. I know you've been waiting for a long time to have a bit of fun at my expense in Red Dead Online. We'll do this again in a year or 3 from now.
See you in 3 years.
Yeah. But I'm going to try and do a better job of rotating between PlayStation and Xbox regarding these poker streams. But no promises. I want to, I do. Kane says, can't wait to see Hugh Jackman as Logan again. Yeah, I think it's going to be good. It looks like him and Ryan Reynolds had a good time, like, making the film from interviews I've watched and stuff. I just hope that the film itself lives up to it, Guys, look, Marvel definitely needs a W right now because they've had a lot of freaking L's lately.
Mm-hmm.
L's after L's after L's. Amy says, I'm looking forward to Deadpool Wolverine. I hope they don't fuck it up. I agree. Because, like, I would say the last really good MCU movie was Endgame. And that was nowhere near as good as Infinity War. Infinity War is probably my favorite. Up there with the original Iron Man. Now, you could say the last good one was Spider-Man No Way Home, but that's kind of a... Spider-Man's kind of he exists in two bubbles. He exists in, like, the MCU and also his own universe at the same time. It's very strange. But I'm sure Disney would love to claim that that's an MCU film.
Oh, they would, yeah.
Yeah. But if they do that, then they have to claim Madam Web and yeah, I don't know if they're willing to claim Madam Web. Or Morbius.
Nobody wants to claim that.
No. I still remember Riley and I went to go watch Morbius. The only good part about Morbius was the memes and Matt Smith. The only two good parts about that movie.
The rest of it, a great big ball of shite.
Yeah. Like, Madam Web, like, the only two things about Madam Web that people like is the Dakota Johnson and Cindy Sweeney. I think those are the only two that they like about Madam Web are those two actresses. But still, god-awful movie. I'm glad I didn't watch it.
I'd heard of it.
Look, even though, like, Dakota is a Nepo baby, because her parents were actors. Look, I like what she says she's honest about how a lot of movies now are just awful, and like Hollywood needs to do a better job with the writing. And even though they caught her flack from Hollywood, I applaud her for actually like speaking the truth, you know? Because I will agree with her on that, you know. But I also hear that like her dad, Don Johnson, I hear her dad wasn't exactly like, I mean, he wasn't a bad dad, but he was the kind of dad that's like, no, I want you to go out there and earn it yourself. You know, I'll help you to a certain point, but after that, you're on your own. I think her mom, what was her mom? Melanie Griffith, I think. I think it was her mom that she often would go to. And like her stepdad is actually Antonio Banderas, believe it or not. But she would often go to her like mom and stepdad for help because her dad was just kind of strict. After she became an adult, of course. Because I think that the whole idea was like, I'll pay for your college, but she didn't want to go to college. She just wanted to become an actress. And he's like, okay, well, you're on your own.
Very supportive.
Well, I mean, I kind of get the idea. At the same time, you know, I think I've heard how some of these parents treat their kids. Some of them are pretty harsh to their kids. And then some, I understand where they're coming from, where they want their kids to succeed. And they don't want to come across as completely spoiling them, because you see a lot of spoiled, like, Nepo babies.
Yep.
And they are pieces of shit. And a lot of that comes from the way their parents were. Their parents just didn't actually properly raise them, or they hired people to raise them, and they just gave them everything they wanted. And that usually doesn't, you know, go so well for somebody. But then there's also the flip side of some of these parents just coming across as too strict and not leaving them anything. Like, at least leave your kids something. I mean, you made all this money, all these millions and millions of dollars. You should at least be willing to leave your kid a few bucks. Even if it's just enough for them to survive on if they're struggling to find work, you know?
I think like with my parents, they had like the perfect balance to it. Like, they did spoil us, but to a certain point.
Yeah. It's all about the balance. You know, it's okay to spoil your kids a little, but don't overdo it, you know? At the end of the day, you're their parent, not their friend. And too many parents now don't understand that. Mm-hmm. Why wasn't Matt Smith Morbius instead of Jared Leto? Because that was like Jared Leto's, like, wasn't that like his little dream project? Like, it was something he was pushing for behind the scenes, like trying to get Sony to make a Morbius movie. I mean, I don't have a problem with him making a Morbius movie, but maybe they should have got better writers. But it's the same issue. They try to create a Spider-Verse without Spider-Man. Like, all these things miss Spider-Man. Morbius needs Spider-Man. Madam Web needs Spider-Man. I would even say Venom needs Spider-Man, even though Tom Hardy's done the best he could as Venom. The movies are not very good. It's only Tom Hardy's performance that keeps people coming back to watch the Venom films. I hope the third Venom... I think the third Venom film comes out this fall, The Last Dance. I hope it's good. I'm not expecting much, though. I'm expecting more of the same. But
yeah, it's why I'm keeping my expectations low.
Yeah, same. But I don't know. I feel like the MCU is kind of running itself into, I don't know, into a point where they might want to just start over.
Or take a break.
I think take a break is more... I think people are just fatigued from, like, comic books. And I'm like, look, I'm a huge comic book fan. You know, mostly DC and Batman, Superman. But I do like some Marvel stuff. I'm not a Marvel hater. I just grew up on DC, you know?
Same here.
Jeremy, are they going to make Red Dead Redemption 3? I highly doubt it, Jeremy. At this point, their focus is on GTA 6 and 6 Online. So I wouldn't expect a Red Dead Redemption 3. And, you know,
GTA 6 Plus.
Yeah, GTA 6 Plus. Yeah, see, they're going to be busy. Because they got to make GTA 6 and 6 Online for the PS5, Xbox Series. Then they got to come out with a PC port a year or two later. And then they need GTA 6 and 6 Online for the PS6. And, well, there's probably not going to be an Xbox after this generation, the way things are going.
No.
Because Xbox is just all but... I mean, they had a pretty good showcase, but it just seems like they're not doing a good job like when it comes to their console lately. It just feels like they've been dropping the ball. They've been canceling projects and shutting down studios, even studios that did good. Like Hi-Fi Rush was a great game. I enjoyed playing it, even if I got a little salty. What else is new? That studio
makes no sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, they basically they're sabotaging their own studios because day one they put that thing on the Game Pass, and so yeah, are people going to pay money for Hi-Fi Rush or just like play it via Game Pass when they're already paying for that service? And you wonder why it didn't make as much money as it could have made. Microsoft, you sabotaged that game because it was a good game. And everyone that played it loved it on Xbox, and I'm sure people that have played it on PlayStation have also loved it. It deserved a sequel. But what did you do? You completely nuked the studio that made it. And it's their fault. But whatever. This annoys me, but that's Microsoft for you. But yeah, I don't see us getting a Red Dead Redemption 3.
At least not in our lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, what? Maybe by the 2030s, or if we're lucky, late 2020s. There's still part of me that wants a new like Bully game or a completely different IP by Rockstar.
Yeah.
But look, I love the Red Dead franchise. Some of you know that. You're aware of the years of videos and streams that I've done playing Red Dead Redemption 1, Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Online. There's even some Red Dead Revolver in there somewhere.
Somewhere in the back.
Somewhere. But I even made, like years ago when I made my Red Dead Redemption 3 ideas video, I even did like a feedback video, talking about everyone else's opinions, at the time. And I think the consensus was that, and this is something other people have said, is that it's difficult to come up with a vision for a Red Dead Redemption 3 that actually works. So they'd have to have a completely new story. And at best, some of the characters from Red Dead Redemption 2 might be cameo characters that you run across. But I think the John Arthur story, the Vanderlyn gang story, whatever you wish to call it, that make up Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, I feel like that story's done. I don't know if you could go any further with that story, because what is Red Dead Redemption 3 going to be? Yet another prequel where it's in the early days of the Vanderlyn gang, a younger Dutch, a younger Hosea, and, tween Arthur and John? Do we really want that? Man, I don't.
All right, hold on. Give me a second. Nature calls.
Okay, dude. No worries. So the only logical way that the Red Dead franchise can go is backwards in time, further back into the Wild West period, like post-American Civil War, like 1860s, 1870s, maybe 1880s, which is around the same time as Red Dead Revolver. Maybe somewhere in that ballpark. So there's still material that Rockstar could use for a future Red Dead game. But I just don't think that they could actually give us a legit third story in the Red Dead Redemption saga. So this is what I would like, is you have Red Dead Revolver, you have Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, and then you have Red Dead something else. Like I've talked about many years ago when we were speculating on what the name of Red Dead Redemption 2 was going to be. Because at the time, a lot of us didn't know it was going to be called Red Dead Redemption 2 prior to the official announcement. I think that was it 2016, I think, that we got the official announcement for Red Dead Redemption 2. Till that point, a lot of us were just calling it Red Dead 3 because we already had Red Dead Revolver, which was the first game, Red Dead Redemption, which was the second game. So a lot of us just thought that the next game would be like Red Dead like Revolution or Red Dead Rifle, Red Dead Repeater. I know I'm just joking about that, but hopefully you get the point. Or Red Dead Revenge. So I don't know if, they probably would call it Red Dead Redemption 3 because that's what people are familiar with. But I don't think it should be called Red Dead Redemption 3. I think it should be, if there's a new Red Dead game, it should just be Red Dead Revenge or Red Dead, I I don't know, Revolution. Somewhere along those lines. But like I said, it's probably going to be called Red Dead Redemption 3. But I don't think it'll have anything to do with the characters we already are familiar with. And at the very least, they might be cameos. Maybe we come across a younger, like, Vanderlyn gang in, like, the late 1870s, 1880s time period, but we're part of another gang that they temporarily interact with out further west. But what do y'all think? I mean, how exactly do you make, after, like, Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2, how do you make a third game actually work? Because you can't, because the very end of the Wild West period is Red Dead Redemption 1. I know a lot of people have joked about, well, what if Jack goes off to World War I? Well, it's no longer a Red Dead game. He's fighting and serving in World War I for reasons. So you can't go there. You go further back. Like, once again, like, we're going to play as a younger Dutch, a younger Hosea. Like, well, how do they get redemption? I mean, you'd have to create a brand new character that was not mentioned in Red Dead Redemption 2. So maybe Dutch and Hosea had a third person that was part of the game early on, and something became of them, but they're never talked about in Red Dead Redemption 2, similar to how Arthur's never talked about in Red Dead Redemption 1, so I guess they could do it. But I feel like that's stretching it a little too thin. Just a little. But for the record, I would love a future Red Dead game. I just want new characters and a new story and maybe a new part of the country. Maybe somewhere further out west. Maybe like west and northwest. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe along the Pacific Ocean, leading out to like California. Like we talked about a moment ago, like the redwoods, and maybe going into like more of the wastelands of Arizona, New Mexico. Maybe even put like a version of the Grand Canyon. That'd be kind of cool. So there's plenty of the Old West out there to explore in a future Red Dead game, especially post-American Civil War. And then like from post-American Civil War to the Indian Wars and continuing with, everything that happened from that point to the end of the Wild West period, there's a lot of stuff there. Like, for example, Deadwood, which was a great show on HBO. That was an awesome show. The movie... It kind of tied up some loose ends, but the movie wasn't that good, but the series itself was pretty good. I still would like to have a DeLorean like hidden somewhere in a mine. A nice Back to the Future 3 Easter egg. I wanted that so badly in Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if Erica...
I just heard the word DeLorean.
I know. I keep bringing it up, and every time I used to bring it up, Erica would get annoyed. So I'm just seeing if she's lurking. If she's lurking, then she'll say something. That'd be funny if she did. She's like, not this again, GB.
Wait for it.
Okay. Everyone's heard my opinion about what I think about the next Red Dead game. What do you think about a potential future Red Dead, if it ever happened?
Okay, this is going to be a hot take coming from me, but knowing Rockstar, they're gonna... I know, right? They're gonna probably, if they do make Red Dead 3, it's probably gonna revolve around Jack. I'm sorry, I'm just saying it.
It would make sense, though. I feel like Jack. It's better to leave Jack's story where it is. Like, not knowing what becomes of him. I mean, does he become a writer? It's very possible he does, especially if GTA and Red Dead are now in the same universe, thanks to Cayo Perico. Okay, he becomes a writer, cool. But anything post the epilogue of Red Dead Redemption 1 is after the end of the Wild West period, and Red Dead should always exist in the Wild West period from the late 1860s all the way up to like right there at World War One. That's where I want Red Dead to always be. I don't want it to go after that period. It just, to me, that just doesn't work.
Like, I always liked how they ended Red Dead 1 with going into spoiler territory here, but then again, Red Dead Redemption 1 is like decades old at this point.
Yeah, if you haven't played it yet, well, that's on you. Especially since the port came out, last year, allowing more people to play Red Dead Redemption 1, so, yeah.
So if someone complains that UG has spoiled it, oh, well, tough shit.
Yeah.
So, the way that Jack killed off Edgar Ross at the very end. I think that was the perfect way just to end Jack's story.
Yeah. Because it's left to the player to fanfic Jack's story going forward. Does he follow in his father's footsteps and becomes an outlaw as well? Or is this the one time he gets his revenge on Edgar Ross and then he hangs up his dad's gun and then goes off to be a writer? Does he go off to World War I? Does he do this or that of his life? It's just left to speculation. And there's some things that we don't need the answers to, and it's more fun to imagine where that character ends up in their life post the story of Red Dead Redemption 1. And I would like to believe that Jack is smart enough to know that the life that his father lived and his mother lived and the rest of the Vanderlyn gang lived is not a life that he would possibly want for himself. And that I don't think that Jack would go down the same road. Because especially since he's very realistic, he knows that the Wild West period is coming to an end as well. So and he's fully aware of the stories and hardships, and he was part of that when he was younger, of the Vanderlyn gang and the good times and the bad times. And I just don't see Jack following in his dad's footsteps in that regard. Kane, guys, we need to see the Blackwater Massacre. No, we don't.
If you kind of think about it, we could just get a group of us in Red Dead Online and just reenact our own Blackwater Massacre.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's been videos out there that have done something similar that just cosplay as members of the Vanderlyn gang that were part of the massacre, and they tried to reenact it in their own way, which, that would be a cool concept for a video if it hasn't been done already. But I think
could see people doing it like in those Red Dead Online RP servers.
Yeah, I mean, that would be cool. But that's another thing. We don't need to see exactly what happened. I mean, I think we were talking about this last week during the GTA stream. And we have a few pieces of the puzzle, but there's enough of it missing to where it's just fun to speculate how it went down in our own headcanon, our own fanfic. Like we were talking about Landon Ricketts, remember? And how, he was allegedly there at Blackwater when the massacre occurred. And yet, why didn't he manage to single-handedly take down the entire Vanderlyn gang? In my head canon is he was probably sitting in a bar like this in Blackwater, having a drink, playing some cards, and all of a sudden you hear gunfire going off in the distance, several blocks away, and by the time he got there to help, the Vanderlyn gang were already gone, So that's just my headcanon about why was Landon Ricketts in Blackwater, but why wasn't he able to, I guess, do what he's capable of doing, as a legendary gunslinger.
He could have been drunk, who knows?
Yeah, he probably did have a few drinks, but they do say that he was involved, on the other end, on the side of the law. But that's just my theory, is that he just happened to be in Blackwater at the time. Kari says, other Rockstar IPs that need new entry. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would like to see something else. I definitely would like to see a new bully game. That would be cool. I don't think they're ever going to make Manhunt. I don't think that's ever happening. I know the Manhunt fans won't like that, but do you really think that Rockstar is ever going to do another Manhunt? No.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah. But one of their smaller studios could make a new bully game. They don't need the entire Rockstar worldwide to make a good bully game, because we don't expect it to be a big game. We don't expect it to be the size of Red Dead Redemption 2 or GTA 6. I prefer quality over quantity. Ace Hat Club Flush!
Son of a
Boom!
bitch! Well played.
Now that is a good hand.
Well played.
Thank you.
Thought I had that one.
Well, that's how Lady Luck is. Sometimes you think you have it, but then Lady Luck will kindly whisper into your ear, "No, you don't."
Not today, buddy.
Yeah. See, table tennis 3. Yeah, see, they should have added, like, seriously, why isn't table tennis a mini game in GTA? Like, that's one of the mini games that we should have is table tennis, and they should have brought back all the mini games from GTA 4. Maybe they'll do it in like the next GTA.
So if that's the case, can I just constantly like message you, bugging you about let's go bowling?
Sure.
Cool.
I do like bowling in real life and well, the bowling mechanics were pretty decent in GTA 4, so and the pool mechanics. But yeah, that'd be awesome if they did add more mini games in GTA 6 and 6 Online, like bringing back the pool tables, bringing back bowling. And I would, like I mentioned, I would love for there to actually be legitimate poker at the casino in GTA Online instead of 3-card. It's not real poker. That's like the bastard love child of blackjack and poker.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Me either. I did one 3-card video or live stream. It's in the cards playlist where all my other poker videos go. That is the first and last time I'll ever do that. I do not like 3-card. It's not for me. Red Dead Online 2. Yeah, Red Dead Online 2 because Rockstar's done such a great job supporting Red Dead Online. Going on, what, 2 or 3 years since what the last update to this game?
Oh, yeah, the Capitelli update.
Yeah, Capitelli. I think it has been 3 years, right? Was it 2021, right?
2021, I think that.
3 years ago?
Up.
Jeez. It's a miracle people still play this game. Oh, that's bad. That's bad. That's a bad omen. Oh, no. 3 6s. Oh, no. It's the mark of the beast.
Yikes.
Rockstar needs to start. I mean, I think, look, Kari, I think that's a problem most AAA studio games need to do. They need to all start dialing their games back. Like, it's. I hope that happens. I doubt it because I think what Rockstar's going to do is they're going to focus all their efforts on GTA 6 Online after GTA 6 drops. And then it'll be many years before we get the next non-GTA game. And for the record, I hope GTA 6 is amazing and I hope 6 Online is great. I'll definitely be playing it and covering it. What a shock. But I want them to go back to like allowing, because they have so many different studios that they could allocate studios to do different things and have one of their studios focus on a new bully game. Just single player. Okay, no bully online. I already did a video about that, why it wouldn't work. Just a single player games. Why can't they just give us single player only games? Not every game needs an online live service element to it.
Okay, I'm just
Warner Brothers.
This is only a joke, but if we don't get bully online, does that mean like I can't give Snake a wedgie?
Yeah, sadly. No wedgies, no swirlies. But I just don't think it would work. I don't think a bully online would work.
So I can't stuff Snake in a locker.
Yeah. And I'd rather a new bully game be focused on the single player experience, like Hogwarts, right? I mean, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but our friend Red and a few others love Hogwarts, and yeah, you could see an online version of that. But I'm glad they never made an online version because they dedicated all their efforts towards making an amazing single player experience, like with like Rocksteady used to do with the Batman Arkham games. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's just like, why do they keep making the same mistake? Like, not every game has to be live service or online to be successful. There's still a huge craving out there for good quality single player only games. Yet you stupid publishers like Warner Brothers and a few others keep making these same mistakes over and over again. You wonder why your games are bombing and why you're shutting down studios that originally were making really good single player games. Gee, I wonder why. Red Dead, you mean, like, what do you mean, Jeremy? Like Red Dead, you mean Undead Nightmare? Well, I mean, that's a story DLC, and that's definitely something a lot of us wanted in Red Dead Redemption 2 was another story DLC. Even if it was like an Elseworld type story that had nothing to do with the main story of Red Dead Redemption 2, like an Undead Nightmare 2, or like an idea I've had for a while, like a Cowboys Alien versus Aliens type DLC, because they do have some alien stuff in Red Dead Redemption 2, and I thought that would have been a cool direction to go. And it wouldn't have been repeating, the same tropes as Undead Nightmare. It wouldn't have felt like copy pasta. Like the Vandalin gang having to team up with others to fight off aliens. That might have been a cool idea. Hopefully better than the Cowboys versus Aliens movie a few years ago. Here's to 10 more years of GTA Online. Yeah, GTA 6 Online. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're wrong, Kari. It's going to be at least 20 years of GTA 6 Online.
Can't wait.
Kane says, I remember the 3-card poker vid. You were annoyed that you brought the Rhino tank. That was the least annoying part about it. The most annoying part was me having to play 3-card poker. Table tennis online. You know what's sad, Red? If Rockstar just had like a small studio dedicated to table tennis online with season passes and people would probably play that. I could see people going in and customizing their table tennis character and like having different like tennis table pads and balls you could buy and different outfits and drip and like I could actually see people playing table tennis online. It wouldn't be as big as say FIFA or like Madden or like NBA 2K, but there'd probably be like a table tennis audience out there. Another pair of sixes? How many pair of sixes do you have, Belfast? Fat's here. What's up, Fat? And thanks, Fat, for being an elite member for 32 months. So glad to see GB playing best game in the world. Proud to be a member for 32 months. Hope you're doing well. We're doing good. I hope you're okay, Fat. And thank you again for being an elite member for 32 months. Yeah, it's just UG, me, and Belfast playing a little poker. Red Dead Online on the Xbox. And Ruben was here, but I think his wife called him back to his cage.
Aww.
Good news for me, it means that Paula Janine doesn't get knifed in the back of the head with a throwing knife at the end of this. So, all's well that ends well.
Mm-hmm.
Take-Two already picked up the FIFA license. Yeah, because EA lost it. So now it's EA FC now? So Take-Two snatched the FIFA license away. That's great because now we're going to have FIFA 2K. Just like they're going to have gambling, just like with NBA 2K.
And I feel sorry for people who buy games like that because it's going to happen.
I don't. Look.
Okay, fair enough.
This is my opinion. Okay, look. I used to love sports games. Okay, like the older Madden games, the old NCAA football games, NBA Jam. I loved NBA Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the problem is these publishers, like EA specifically. Let's talk about them. 2K is just as guilty. They started putting these games out every single year, pumping out basically the same game every single year. That's one factor. The other half is the consumer that kept buying the same game every single year. And the same issues in that game from previous installments of the same game. I don't know. You may have heard of this guy called Angry Joe. He also lives in Austin. He has a tradition every year of ranting about the latest Madden game. But you wouldn't have this problem with these sports games every single year if the players, the fans of these games, would stop buying the same damn game every single year. They are feeding the beast. They are just as much to blame for it as the publishers are. So, yeah, I don't feel sorry for the sports gamers. Because they buy the same game every year. Every year. But they don't care. They clearly don't care because they were at one time they were shelling over $60 a year, now $70 a year, and now all the other additions and all the other microtransactions every single year. So, yeah, I don't feel bad for them. You know, I'll feel bad for them when enough of them finally have enough and say, no, we're done.
Well, they won't.
They won't. And you know what? Take-Two knows that. EA knows that. Which is why they pump out the same fucking game every year with the same issues. And sometimes they're nice and they'll bring back a feature that they took away years earlier. And then they'll act like they're doing you the world's biggest favor. So no, I don't have sympathy for the sports gamers out there. And this is coming from a guy that used to love sports games.
Same here.
Yeah. See, Fat says, I remember once I won poker. Yeah, you did win, and then we had some fun afterwards because you wanted us to have some fun of you in Red Dead Online. And you're very welcome for that, Fat. We all had a very good time.
Shooting FCG over and over again actually is fun.
Yeah. You still like the retro sports games? Yeah, me too. You know, like a few months ago, I still have, I forgot what console I have Tecmo Bowl on, but I do have Tecmo Bowl. Because they came out with like a version of it where you could play like the original version and kind of like an updated version graphically. But I used to love Tecmo Bowl back in the day. And NBA. I mean, I played so much NBA Jam on my old, what was it, Super Nintendo or N64? I forgot which one it was on. But I played tons of NBA Jam. I loved that game. I loved playing as the Houston Rockets, like during the times of Akeem Olajuwon. And also played the Spurs with David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Those were my two teams back in the day. Back when I actually cared about basketball.
Then we had good old Bill Clinton himself.
Oh, yeah, because you could get these codes where you could be Bill Clinton, and there's a few other people you could end up being as, and you could go on these really amazing streaks, and then you'd be like, the ball would be like fire, and you'd be like dunking it.
Loved it.
Yeah, and the theme was amazing. And the announcers were really good. Like the arcade version was always going to be like, that's S tier, the arcade version of NBA Jam. I mean, I lost so many quarters to NBA Jam and MK2 and MK3 when I was growing up.
Mortal Kombat 2. Yeah, I feel your pain there.
I know. Yeah. I loved MK2 back in the day. But I would say the console versions, they were decent.
Yeah, but the arcade cabinet was broken as hell.
Yeah, they were. I agree. But yeah, I lost a lot of quarters to Mortal Kombat 2 and NBA Jam and a few other games here and there. But good times, though.
Oh, yeah.
So well, of course you're going to buy the next FIFA game. That doesn't shock any of us, Fat. See, same with people who keep buying COD every year. Well, yeah, I agree with you to a point, Kari, but at least the COD fans are out there complaining, you know, about the issues in COD. It doesn't seem like the sports fans are complaining as much. Like, there are creators that complain about it, like Angry Joe, but the rest of the creators and streamers that play these sports games, it seems like they do a lot of dick riding. That's the other sport they seem to like to play. You know? So at least a lot of the COD creators that Riley follows, maybe not, there's probably plenty of COD dick riders as well, but the ones she likes to watch, that I will occasionally watch when I'm, you know, hanging out over on the couch, are they're fans of the COD franchise, but they're also very critical of some things that, you know, Activision has been doing. And I'll say this, even though I'm not a huge COD fan, I do think Black Ops 6 is probably going to be a good game.
I sure as hell hope so.
Yeah. A 5 high straight, not bad, Mr. Yuji.
Thank you.
Because, look, like I said, I'm not an expert, but I know enough, thanks to Riley and you and a couple other COD fans and Kane, to know that it's a good studio that's making Black Ops 6, and they've actually were given this thing called time to make this game. Not Modern Warfare 3 in name only, which was originally a DLC and was only, at the end of the day, given, just over a year to make it? I mean, of course it was going to turn out to be a disaster.
Yeah, and then when you see people like playing Modern Warfare 3, you see the results of 1 year of development.
Yeah. So my hope is that maybe now they'll learn that putting out a game annually is a bad idea and just make it every other year and give your studios more time to put out a more polished product. I mean, you would like to believe that the studios would learn this lesson, but it seems all too often they don't. But I do think Blob 6 is going to be good. So that's just my prediction. You remember? Oh yeah, it was Shaq. Yeah, Shaq Fu. I think I played Shaq Fu a long time ago.
I played it and I hated it.
I didn't say I liked it, but I did play it. Look, it's a prime example of, look, there's always been bad games. We always talk about, oh man, games today suck. But there are plenty of games in the 80s that sucked. There were games in the 90s that sucked. There were games in the 2000s that sucked. I played quite a few of them. Okay? Not all the NES games or Super Nintendo games or N64 games are good. I'm looking at you, Superman 64.
I can top that.
Okay, try.
E.T.
Yeah. It kind of.
Enough said.
They literally buried E.T. in the desert.
Actually, wonder, has some person actually gone out there and tried to find them?
No, they did. Remember, years ago they actually did find them.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they found the whole. I guess they asked where Atari ended up burying them, and they dug them up and they found a whole pile of them.
Oh my god.
Superman 64 live stream win. I'm scheduling that for around the 12th of Never, Kari. Yeah, you'll get that right after I decide to stream Far Cry Zombies again.
The stream that never happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and right before I do Elden Ring.
You leave that pain and suffering to me.
Yeah. I'm under strict orders from Riley never ever to touch another Souls game. I talked about it yesterday. It's not happening. Especially with how far I got in Bloodborne.
Yeah, I went back and watched that.
Yeah, I knew I was going to say. I wasn't even that salty because I knew I was going to get my ass creamed. I did it back when I used to do the fundraiser streams. I need to bring those back eventually. I keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'll bring them back one day. But it was for a good cause. I guess part of me always felt kind of guilty because I would put up my own money for all those fundraiser streams, but I was kind of like towing the line because I didn't want to guilt trip other people unless they absolutely wanted to do it, and so that's why I always went with what was it, the World Food Kitchen, because hey, it's feeding people right in need. I mean, that's a cause most people can get behind. Because there's some nonprofits out there a lot of people may not like, So I thought about it whenever I was first deciding on what fundraiser to promote. And I just thought, okay, there has to be a fundraiser out there that most people would be cool with, And I think feeding people in need, yeah, that's something most humans can get behind. You'd have to be a real scumbag to have a problem with that. How dare you raise money to feed people?
You bastard.
Yeah, I know, right? Conker's Bad Fur Day. I think I played it when I was a kid. I didn't play through it entirely, but it was okay.
I have it on my Xbox. I'm not going to lie. I kind of find it hilarious.
Yeah, it was funny the little bit I did play, but I don't think I ever finished it. You can always stream it on the 31st of February in 2025. Actually, I'm kind of busy. That stream that I got scheduled for February 31st, 2025, I'm going to be streaming through a very exciting game called... I got nothing.
I'll wait for that game.
Look, I was trying. Okay, I was stalling for as long as I could to come up with something. In the end, I just gave up. At least I tried.
You did.
Now where's Bart Simpson with my cake? Cat.
Damn you!
What?
I was about to say that. Heck yeah.
Too slow. See, this is why Yuji and I were separated at birth, because like we have this whole like thing going on where we both seem to have the same idea for the same smart ass joke.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right, Kari. Thank you. Yeah, I was gonna do the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League stream on the 31st of February. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that was the game. And then I was gonna do the next episode on April Fool's Day. Yeah, right. I can come up with better content for April Fool's Day than that. It's like, if I did that on April Fool's Day, people would just be mad at me. Like, really, GB? You really dropped the ball here. This is low effort, GB.
It's April Fool's Day. Like, to laugh.
Yeah, we expect better from you, GB. Like, come on. Like, last year you created a fake game. The year before, you did a stupid, like, homage to Gordon Ramsay, who's hopefully recovering from his bike accident.
Okay, yeah, I remember, like, Kane sent me, like, the video of that, and
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, his entire side is, like, all dark and black and purple. He's banged up really bad, but yeah, I hope that he fully recovers, because I do like Gordon Ramsay. And you know what? I give him props, though. I mean, he took that accident, that horrific accident, as an opportunity to hopefully save some people's lives and tell people why it's important when you're on a motorcycle or a bicycle to wear a helmet. Look, I don't think people should be forced to wear a helmet, but I think if you don't wear a helmet, you're basically putting your life in jeopardy. That's on you at the end of the day. Yeah. So I have two like mindsets about it. But I do think that if you're going to ride a motorcycle, or even like you're just a bicyclist, you should obviously have the proper protection, because you never know when something's going to go wrong. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he does recover. But yeah, I can do better than Suicide Squad for April Fool's Day. I don't even think I'd play that game if it becomes free for a month on PlayStation Plus. Because
even when it's free, he refuses to go near it.
Yeah. Look, dropping $35 for Skull and Bones is one thing, because I actually kind of like that game. I mean, could have it been more? Yeah. But $35 seems reasonable for what it is, not $70 Ubisoft.
The fuck this?
But what really grinds my gears is you had a studio that made amazing games. Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Knight. And Warner Brothers nuked that studio. And I know some people are like, well, it was Rocksteady that made... I'm not even going to hear that part, because I feel like there was influence from Warner Brothers to make a live service game. You cannot convince me otherwise. I feel like Rocksteady was, in the end, persuaded to some degree to make that thing known as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, aka Kill Rocksteady. And it's no coincidence that several members of Rocksteady Games, including the founders, left the freaking company prior to that game coming out. Gee, I wonder why they left.
It's a head scratcher.
Yeah. It's called Decent. For what it is, it's decent. I talked about it in my Is Skull and Bones Worth $35 video. Like I said, it's not worth $70. It's not worth $100. But when it was discounted for $35, I don't think it's discounted anymore. But I've played a lot of Skull and Bones, and I like it for what it is. It's basically, you know, you're a pirate that mainly does pirate ship stuff, you know. Now, I think it's like anyone that likes that kind of game, you might want to pick it up if it ever is discounted again. Or better yet, one day it might be free on PlayStation Plus for a month. Or maybe it's on Game Pass. I don't know if it's on Game Pass. Is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because obviously Microsoft has another pirate game you might be familiar with, Sea of Thieves, which I do have a video about tomorrow. Early access for members. Sea of Thieves Starter's Guide. Yeah, for a 6-year-old game. That makes sense, GB.
But there are still people out there that are new to the game. So
Exactly. Like, yeah, the PS5 pirates. And I just wanted to make this video, and the final spark was that one video I covered regarding the 58% drop in players to PS5. And that was kind of what finally pushed me to do it, you know?
It actually was kind of surprising that the player base dropped that much.
Yeah. I think that, I don't think that it'll ever get back to 100%, but I think the number will go back up with the Season 13 update in July. Whenever they add, like, the Burning Blade to the game. So, that'll happen. But I do think there's probably a lot of people that are struggling with Sea of Thieves, a lot of new players feeling overwhelmed. And that's why I wanted to make a Starter's Guide video, which will be out tomorrow. Early access to members. So there you go. My original goal was to make it shorter than my Red Dead Online Beginner's Guide video, which some of you might be aware of. It's only my most popular video on the channel. At the time of making it, I never expected it to be as popular, but here we are. Yeah, the video where people started asking me if I was Tom Hanks.
Oh my god!
That's where it comes from. Like the Tom Hanks comments, even some Norm Macdonald comments, they come from the Red Dead Online Beginner's Guide video. But yeah, so my original plan when I went into the Starter's Guide for Sea of Thieves was for it to be shorter. No, that didn't work out. So if you've been chomping at the bit for like a long GB video and you haven't had one in a while, because I do try to keep my videos shorter these days, well, good news. You're going to get over an hour of time with me in the Sea of Thieves Starter's Guide. And look, I did edit some stuff out. I did try to trim it down as much as I could without trimming too much. But yeah, I hope at the end of the day it actually helps some people, and if it does, then mission accomplished. So I guess I'll find out. And for the record, I'm not expecting it to ever get as many views as Red Dead Online Beginner's Guide. That's never going to happen. But, you know, I guess my goal is to actually try and help new players. Because Sea of Thieves is a fun game. It's just that I feel like a lot of people have been struggling to get into it for reasons. And I'm hoping that the advice that I have and everything I talk about might help somebody. Hopefully. Hopefully more than one person. Hopefully a few people. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But for everyone else, hopefully you enjoy the video. So that's coming tomorrow. And then early in the morning, Yuji and me in GTA. That's right.
Hooray.
Hooray indeed. We're going to be bounty hunters, you and me. And no, not bounty hunter, our friend bounty hunter. Ironically, bounty hunter's going to be on vacation with his family. So he won't be able to join us. He was actually kind of excited about it because, well, as the name implies, he likes bounty hunting stuff, you know. I mean, bounty hunter likes other things too, but bounty hunting is kind of his jam. So he'll just have to wait till he gets back from vacation to enjoy the bounty hunter update. I just hope it's decent. But at least GTA gets an update, unlike this game.
Yep.
Sadly. Yeah, that's the issue. There's just so many live service games out there now, and most of them just don't even last a year before they're shut down. It's just pointless. That's why if I was to start like a studio, because I've had ideas here and there for video games, but A, I have zero gaming development experience, so what do I know? But let's just say hypothetically, I was able to start a studio and hire a couple developers. And it would be obviously an indie studio. It would be a single player game. It wouldn't be a live service game. So, yeah. I think that's why you have more indie studios starting to catch people's eyes, because they're actually focusing on games that gamers want. And they're getting better, especially with like Unreal Engine 5 at their disposal to use. And you have some developers go in that become really good at using Unreal Engine 5 and all of its assets, then you can make a AAA quality game with a far smaller team that's way more dedicated and passionate than a lot of AAA studios now. So yeah, Snake's here. Howdy, Snakers. How's it going? Kari says Sea of Thieves is more a niche audience. That's true. It's the same thing for Skull and Bones because not everybody cares about pirates like some of us, you know. And it's the same thing for Red Dead Online. And that's something that Rockstar and Take-Two should have realized is that Red Dead Online and the Red Dead franchise was never going to be as big as GTA. But there is obviously a market for it. Snake says indie companies are really getting better with the... Yeah, exactly. Because they have a more passionate team that are actually excited to be there, excited to show up and work on the project that they're working on. And they're not having to deal with people above them changing things every 5 seconds or trying to make it a live service game. They're just, working to make a good game, And if the game does well enough, then it's a win for everybody involved, Yeah, I do think that you're going to see a lot more indie studios getting W's as the AAAs keep getting L's. Yep. With a few exceptions. Yeah, we'll play, a couple more hands, then we'll call it a day.
Sounds good.
So, Yuji, do you got any streams planned this week?
Honestly, just mostly Call of Duty, really, because...
The duty of calling.
Yeah, Call of Booty. No, it's just I'm kind of in the mood to play it a lot lately, and plus I kind of want to finish up the Battle Pass because I've got 31 days to do it, so yeah.
I might as well take advantage of it while you're on vacation. It's a good idea.
I wouldn't really call it a vacation. It's just more of taking time off to look after a family member.
Oh, yeah, time off. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Plus, yeah, it gets whatever rust you had knocked off just in time for Blob 6. So you can go into Blob 6 ready to go. Guns blazing. Pew, 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 pew.
But it does kind of make me laugh, if I'm streaming it and then people are telling me, man, you've gotten really good at the game. And I'm like, no, I haven't.
Snake says AAA no longer the equivalent of great value. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely still some exceptions out there. There's still some pretty good AAAs, but a lot of them, unfortunately, they've gotten to the point now where they're so controlled by their publishers, their parent companies, and they're not being allowed to make the games that they probably want to make, or they get influenced by consulting groups like that Sweet Baby nonsense.
Oh, God, that.
And then they have to put crap into the game to appease to them instead of just being allowed to make the game they want to make. It's why hire these consultants? Why pay them anything? From what I've noticed, the writing, the characters aren't very good. And consultant firms have always sucked. It goes back to radio. Because corporations that I worked for would hire these consultants who we knew nothing about to come in and tell us how to run our radio stations. And all too often after they were gone, we'd sit there going well, A, the advice they did give us that was good, we were already doing, but they didn't care enough to notice. And B, everything else they told us to do was fucking stupid. But then the corporations would force us to implement the consultant's vision, and guess what would happen most of the time? It would make our stations worse.
Yeah, but even when you do kind of give in to them and just say, right here, we'll give you what you want, they'll find something else to piss and moan about.
Well, yeah, it's never good enough. And that's why radio stations fail, is because a lot of these corporations, and it's a problem that they have, is they just don't let the people they hire with the experience and knowledge to actually do their fucking job. Just let them do their job. Just hire a good team of writers, no outside interference, the vision of the story in the game, and just allow it to happen. But yeah, I've never been really a fan of consultant firms in radio or gaming. Kari says AAA dev business model just isn't a sustainable strategy. No, it's not. Like, it's become, like you said, it's too expensive. It's taken too long to make these games now, and like I always felt like 4 years was decent, amount of time for a studio to make a game. Like any longer, like it has to be like a blockbuster hit, like GTA 6 hopefully will be. But even then, there's no guarantees. It could end up being a big fat turd. It could be a disaster at launch. We hope not. I don't want it to be a disaster. I want it to be good, okay? Because I'm going to pre-order it. I'm going to be playing it when it launches. Hopefully, if I'm still around. Hopefully. But, yeah, I mean, it's just, these studios are just either they do two things. Either they don't have enough time, or they're given too much time. And I think that's the problem. Either way you cut it, I think that causes issues. Because I do believe in like a timetable. Like, yeah, I mean, I think for like a standard AAA game, I think 4 years development is pretty reasonable, Especially of how advanced technology is now in computers. It does seem strange that we had some amazing games that took only about 4 years to make, but now it just seems like these games just take forever. The GTA 8 trailer will drop when we get Social Security. Dude, we're going to be freaking, if we're any of us that are still around, we're going to be almost at 100 and fucking sitting in a 1-star nursing home wondering why the kids and the grandkids and the great-grandkids or grand whatever don't visit anymore. And most of our meals are going to be with a straw. And truth is, we'll probably be bedridden and like not able to use the bathroom anymore. And I know I'm getting very graphic. In other words, I don't expect. I don't even know when we'll ever get like. I'm not even thinking about GTA 7 until maybe the 2030s. What do you think, Yuji? What's your prediction for GTA 7? The trailer. I guess Yuji's AFK. Or else he muted his mic. Maybe, but yeah, GTA 7 trailer. I don't see that happening till maybe the 2030s. Next week's going to be hot. Oh, yeah, Fat. I knew you were going to do that. But, yeah, pretty hot. Pretty hot indeed, because it's summertime in the northern hemisphere. Yay. Is it October yet? No? I don't know why I still live in the South. Because I hate the summers in the South. I was born in the South, and I've grown up in the South, and I've spent my entire adult life, well, this life, living in the South. Yet I'm still here. Even though it was like I grew up in East Texas, I spent most of my adult life in Louisiana, and the past year in Hill Country in Central Texas. Still fucking hot. I hate the summer. I hate it.
You and me both.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah, the lady walked into the room.
No worries. Yeah, so yeah, I would like for it to be October already, please. But it's not even July yet. Just like Fat just said. Yep.
July and wait.
Yeah, because it's only getting worse from here. Like July, August. Sometime in September, maybe we start seeing, we start getting small tastes of fall weather. Maybe. If I live long enough, I think I'll eventually move somewhere that has a cooler climate. I don't know where that is. Maybe Antarctica. I hear it's nice this time of year.
Oh yeah, you can chill out up there.
Ah, very nice.
Thank you.
All right, we'll play one more or two more hands, then that's it. I mean, I know you and I would like to play till we make Belfast bankrupt, but I don't see that happening.
I've been trying to do that since the start.
Yeah, like it matters. I mean, oh no, I lost $5 when I still have, what, 77,000 in cash in this game. Oh boy, what an L. Yeah. And, well, on the Xbox account for Paula Janine and 888 bars of gold that I'll never fucking use. Ruben, it ain't that bad. Summer just started, Ruben.
Look, he's been in his cage for so long, he doesn't know what season it is.
Yeah. But don't worry, it'll get worse, Ruben. You of all people should know it's going to get worse. You spend a lot of time outside working. You should be more familiar with how bad the summers can be. All right. Yeah, this will be the final hand, then we'll just call it a day. Wouldn't surprise me if Ruben's still lurking outside Tumbleweed, hoping that we end up in the same lobby as him. That way he can get his precious knife throw on me.
Even if he's not, you just gave him the idea.
No, he already had the idea. I know, Ruben. And Ruben, I thought you were leaving. I thought you were you had to wander off and do other things. Or were you just tired of playing poker?
Okay, I'm just going to say this, like, if he has waited this long just to throw a poison knife at you, Ruben, you've got issues.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's been, what, many months since the last time he had a chance? So I understand, Ruben. I understand. And you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it! This is the last hand. We're going out in a bang. I'm going to max bet this thing. Let's go crazy.
Fuck it.
There you go. Come on, let's get that pot up. Let's go. $3. Woo! Got the ace high right now. Okay. I need one more card in my favor. One more card. All right. This is going to decide the winner.
Thank you.
Yep. Got that full house. GG's, UG. GG's.
Thank you.
You won a whole $3.
Drinks are on me, GB. Belfast.
There we go. You're listening while working on the boat, but since you reminded me, I don't think you're having enough time to fire up your Xbox and get back and Reddit online before we're done, Ruben, because we're wrapping up.
Dashboard.
But maybe next time, Ruben. All right. But you know what? I'll give you a chance, Ruben. I'll ride on Galaxy Traveler and ride back to camp and maybe give you an opportunity. But bear in mind, the clock is ticking. The window is closing. So there. And yeah, that concludes another fun-filled poker stream. Yeah, nobody went bust. Nobody went bankrupt there. Like, I think, like, Belfast ended up with the least amount of money, but even, like, Belfast didn't break the bank. I mean, he was down to, what, $2? But I always wish we had, like, high stakes where we could, like, put down more money. And I don't think we'd ever be allowed to put down gold bars. Because that kind of crosses the line of microtransactions and, like, IRL gambling.
Yeah.
But still. Is that Ruben? Did he manage to jump in the game just in time?
Don't tell me.
I don't know. Let's see. Is that Ruben? Or is that just? That might. I think that's just a rando. Oh yeah, that's just a rando. Never mind. I was gonna launch a preemptive strike. I'm not gonna do that to some AFK player. What kind of person do y'all think I am? They're just minding their own business. So yeah, that's not happening. Don't waste the $3. You'll need it for the next update. Yeah. Yeah, I'm totally going to need the 77,888 bars of gold and 181 tokens, which I still wonder what the fuck are the tokens really? What's the point of the fucking tokens? We didn't need the tokens to unlock shit. That's just pointless. It's just another currency for the sake of having another currency in the game, Rockstar, just like your Capitale. Ugh. Anyways. I think that's after Janine gets some nice. Oh boy, wildlife photography. Let's totally not go play that.
Oh darn.
Yeah, tempting Rockstar, but no.
I'd rather not.
There we go. Eat some stew from materials that Janine has had in her satchel for at least 2 or 3 years now.
You know how that tastes.
Video games. It tastes like Pixel. Well, Yuji and Belfast, I appreciate you gentlemen joining me today for yet another poker stream. And look, I kept my promise. I kept my word. We played on the Xbox today.
There you go.
It was fun. We even had Ruben show up earlier. So that was something. But before I go, I'm going to let Yuji promote his channel. Oh, no, he became one with the Force, which I'm about to do because guess what? I don't need no Ruben surprise at the end. Maybe next time, Ruben.
Yeah, in about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, maybe. So, did I exit the game? Let me check. Oh, so that, yeah, Ruben did show up.
What?
Yeah, I was about to leave, and then Ruben is here. Okay, Chad, should I let him get a throwing knife on me? Should I show some charity to Ruben? Should I give him a pity throw? Oh no, you'll kill Crips! Oh no! Fine, Ruben. I'll let you get a throwing knife on me. Go ahead, Ruben. Do your thing. Since I didn't leave the lobby fast enough. There. You get one throw, and that's it, hombre. That's it? That's the best you can do? Hells. Thanks for stopping by, Ruben. Should have killed me when you had the chance, Ruben. But anyways, we were going to let Yuji promote his channel. Sorry about that, Yuji. So anyways, what's going on with your channel? What are you up to?
Well, first of all, I just gotta commend you for shooting Ruben in the head.
Well, what are frenemies for, right?
But anywho's. Yeah, probably just some more Call of Duty for me, where I run around like a headless chicken while I face against other players who don't even know what grass looks like. So yeah, fun times.
Well, I hope you have fun with your COD streams, and don't forget to join me Tuesday for the.
I'll.
Update.
Yeah, just give me about 20 minutes to get 2 cups of coffee in me, and I headbutt the wall before I join you in GTA Online.
Yeah, no rush, because what I'll probably do is I usually do is I'll try to start the stream around 4 a.m. my time, 6 a.m. UK, mingle with the viewers for a second, then jump in, and obviously I'm going to want to listen to the cutscene myself just to check out the cutscene.
Yeah.
And then I guess after the cutscene, then I guess I'll jump into a party chat. So, yeah, that's the plan. And, the basic setup stuff you have to do, etc.
Fun times.
But, yeah, I'll see you Tuesday morning, Mr. Yuji. And if y'all get a chance, check out Yuji's channel.
All right, I will catch you on Tuesday then.
Later, Yuji.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And, oh, yeah, Belfast. Yeah, catch you later, Ruben. Thanks for playing with us. And I'll try to do no promises, Ruben, but we might do another Xbox poker stream before the end of the year. So the next one will probably be in a couple months from now on PlayStation. Then maybe we'll wrap up the year back on back on Xbox. So I'll try to do at least 2 more poker streams, rotating. So yeah, you'll get another chance to throw a throwing knife at Paula Janine, maybe just in time for Christmas, Ruben. Maybe. Oh, and check out Belfast channel as well, because Belfast also played with us today. So thanks, Belfast, for joining us. Let me take that off. So, okay, here's the Planderlin. Here's what's happening. Okay, so tomorrow, Sea of Thieves Stars Guide video, which I'm going to be hitting the render button on as soon as the stream's over, because it's going to take a quick minute for the video to render. And the cat's whining for me to wrap up the stream. What else is new? He always whines. Yeah. So tomorrow, Starter's Guide, Sea of Thieves video. Yeah, I know. It's for a game that's 6+ years old. Wow. But to be fair, there are new pirates to Sea of Thieves, courtesy of PlayStation. And I just felt like I wanted to make a Starter's Guide video. Bear in mind, it will be a very, very long video. Over an hour long. Was not my original intention to make it over an hour long. And yes, there is editing. I did try to edit it down. Maybe I could have edited a bit more, but I kind of gave up on trying to trim it down any further. I'm just going to leave it as it is and let the chips fall where they may, because, in the spirit of poker, So yeah, tomorrow, Stars Guide video, Sea of Thieves, early access for our amazing members. And then Tuesday morning, the new update for GTA Online, the bottom dollar bounties, the bounty hunting dispatch update. That's going to be happening Tuesday morning, day 1, GTA Online. That will be on the PlayStation, UG, myself, maybe 2 others. We'll see. And then next weekend will be GTA streams. So there's going to be an Xbox GTA Online stream, and then there'll be a PlayStation GTA Online stream Saturday, Sunday. I don't know what I'm going to do first. Maybe I'll use my peace dollar, right? My old peace dollar here. Flip of the coin. We'll do that. Maybe. We'll see. No promises. But yeah, there'll be 2 GTA streams over the weekend. Well, technically 3. 1 launch day on Tuesday morning. And then 2 more GTA streams next weekend. So we'll take the weekend off from Sea of Thieves to cover the summer update for GTA Online. And then hopefully by next Monday, I'll have my review for the bottom dollar bounty update. So that'll be next Monday. Not this Monday, but the following Monday. And that'll also be early access for the members. So anyways, I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you have a great week ahead. And I do appreciate all of you being here today. And if you enjoyed this latest installment of the Red Dead Online Poker series, and I know some of you do because you're always asking me in the comment section of other poker videos, GB, when's the next poker stream? Well, there you go. The 39th one will probably be in about maybe 2 or 3 months from now. Hopefully, no promises, but I do appreciate those of you that like to hang out with us while we play poker and talk about random nonsense. And if you did enjoy today's stream, today's poker and chill stream of UG Outlaw, Belfast Gamer, and Ruben, on your way out the door, be sure and drop a like. If you're new to the channel, yes, we do occasionally cover some Red Dead as well as a bit of poker here and there. We also cover and stream GTA, Sea of Thieves, and other games as well as content. So if you like the content, the streams, you're more than welcome to subscribe to the channel. A big thank you to all of you. We're almost at 16,000 subscribers, which is cool. That's awesome. So thanks again for that. So yeah, you're welcome to subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell to be notified about future streams and content. And you can check out all my friends' channels, including UG Outlaw's channel, Belfast Gamer's channel, Red's channel, Kane's channel, Riley's channel. Well, she's more than a friend. Yeah, she's my fiance. And she also has her own channel where she's now doing some X-Defiant and Fortnite content. Mostly it's X-Defiant now she's focusing on these days. So check out Riley's channel. We also have a vlogs channel where we post a monthly vlog. And I guess next week, at the end of June, we'll pop up the June 2024 vlogs. That's happening next week on the vlogs channel. So yeah, check out all my friends' channels in the featured channels section. And maybe one day, Fat, we'll do a future streamer video. Maybe one day, right, Fat? And yeah, Red, he's doing some amazing racing videos. Like, I think he's focusing a lot on Forza, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, Red's channel's growing pretty well. So check out my friends' channels. They all have great content and streams and stuff. And a big thank you once again to all my amazing viewers, subscribers, fans, friends, mods. Heroes for June 2024, including Kane. I'll get Kane a super chat icon for the wall. And members, huge thank you to all my amazing members. If you want to learn more about the membership program, click the join button. All members get access to the emojis, the badges, shout outs at the beginning of live streams. You're going to get included below in the description section of live streams, early access to one video a week, like tomorrow's Sea of Thieves Starters Guide video. And you also get featured in the About section of the channel. Sorry for belching right there. My bad. But yeah, the About sections where you can find the live stream schedule, along with links to the Vlogs channel once again, and our amazing Discord community. And thanks again for hanging out with me this weekend. So we did some Sea of Thieves yesterday and some pup poker today. And early Tuesday morning, GTA Online with the summer updates. So hopefully it'll be a decent summer update. I mean, we're going to be bounty hunters and doing dispatch stuff for Mod and Vincent. So hopefully that goes well. And have a great week. And till then, from the bottom of my heart, as always, from me to each and every one of you cowgirls, cowboys, and cowpokes out there, as always, thanks for watching.